However, Lady Laura, I would like to have a conversation for a bit, given the completion of our project. Yes, of course, Percival. But please rest up. We'll see you all shortly. Thank you.
Good day.
Upon hearing this,
With your elven ears.
with my elven ears, I grab Pate and go, oh, invisible.
Oh, wait.
Stay here. And we leave.
You see Percival walking around in a circle on the table for a bit. Lady Vysoren, this is extremely upsetting. He's been a hard ass. He's been a dick this whole time, but you see his face drop. There's a softness and a worry on his brow that you haven't seen before. I'm not against making Whitestone a sanctuary once more. But historically, that's always brought with it its own danger. And my family is here. My people are here. We've already had to rebuild once. Can you assure me that we can take this struggle elsewhere? Dolores turns to him. Percival Frederickstein, von Musil Glasgow Rollo III. I can guarantee you that right now, very few care about Whitestone. We have a red moon locked in the sky, and, as some would say it, we're being invaded by aliens. So, I think you have the necessary protections. Your wife is doing good work with the council. We're trying to gather all that we have and all that we can. Let's see what this meeting brings about. And she kind of looks back and looks right towards Pate and goes, It appears we're being eavesdropped by some of these allies as we speak.
Do a dance. Do a be charming.
Oh! Sorry, I was taking a nap. I was sleep dancing. He starts doing the Charleston.
Do a barrel.
Roll a dexterity check for him.
Jesus. 6. I don't know what his dex. It doesn't matter.
1. Bad.
He does a bad flip part way and then lands on the ground and recovers by doing the worm a little bit, which is not smooth. You see the bones kind of pop around.
Like looking at nothing, and Allura's watching a semi-transparent breakdancing number.
Yep. Great. Percival hearing this and goes, what interesting lives we lead. Allura immediately flicks a finger, and Pate gets ushered towards the door. The door opens on its own and gets thrown out before it slams behind.
Catch him.
Did I do good?
You did so good. I didn't know you could do the little worm thing.
Oh, I didn't know either.
That was awesome.
But now it's in my repertoire.
Fantastic. Remember that one.
Yeah.
Repertoire.
Okay, shove him back in his house.
No.
I mean, we're in this city. Didn't he say there were a bunch of tragedies that had befell it before? I'm not gonna notice if a couple citizens go missing.
Yeah. Whitestone's been through a lot.
Didn't even bite.
Oh, yes, Mom.
It feels very pointed. Chutney.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can see that.
In fact, the gods still remain after these weeks tells me that the awakening of Predathos isn't as simple as the vanguard just shaking the moon awake.
We'll scout.
We already have intel.
You already have scouted.
Yeah.
Well,
I've seen.
Through visions, yeah.
Sure. but I've seen the surface.
Kind of there's a pause in the chamber a bit. Keyleth kind of nods a bit. You've told her a little bit of this. Indeed, you've had some visions, yes?
And she's-
Imogen's rune is born.
Yeah, she's connected to the beings up there and knows them intimately.
In a good way, not like a
Yeah, it's not like a,
like a turncoat kind of way.
Percival leans in. And how well do you know this surface?
in his head he hears. I've seen it.
Oh, I hate that. I really don't. Don't like it at all. Mm. Well, then what can you tell us?
There's cities. There's wildlife. Red dust storms. The people there feel bitter. Betrayed. They've been trapped. They have a whole society.
No, Laura looks over to you. Do you know anything of how they're organizing? Where they're organizing? Or where they're going, or what it is they're hoping specifically to achieve up there? Do we know where the bridge leads?
I don't think I do, but I think they want. I mean, they want to be here.
We'll just have to go look again, find out. Plus, we've got one really big advantage. We're expendable.
Yeah, in her dreams, did we ever see where the beam was touching down?
Yeah, I don't think we ever
Not
saw that
specifically, no.
specifically. Anytime I tried to get
We also
close to the beam,
Yeah.
I felt a very strong urge to join the beam, if that makes sense.
Would it be safe to even send you then, if you feel this calling?
Yes, it would.
She's very capable. Don't doubt her.
I'm not doubting her, I'm just being precautious.
Our little group, this squad, has a lot of skin in the game. Put us to use.
Plus, it's probably more advantageous to have someone who's closer to the subject matter.
we may have a contact even.
And Chetney's right. Some of us are half dead already, or not really alive, or I mean, he's gonna die like any day now. So
Did you roll this morning?
We haven't slept yet.
What if you just
We haven't slept
if
yet.
it were to happen right now.
Wow.
I'm flirting with it.
Jesus, like every time.
We do have somebody on the surface, maybe.
yeah, we also have an inside man, woman.
With Ira.
And Imogen's circumstances are going to get us closer than anybody else.
Keyleth puts her hand on Percival's shoulder and kind of nods. Have you put your trust in them? I apologize if I seem a bit brusque at times. I have a lot on my mind.
Not at all. Protect your own, I get it.
It's the accent.
Well, yeah, it is a bit.
Just sort of makes.
It's also the beard. I think it's irritating. I do shaves. If you're okay.
Percy's really let himself go.
Let himself in.
Yeah. It's just.
He's coming.
What's he building in there?
Box of scraps.
Keyleth pipes up. Well, I guess there is merit to that. You all have specific capabilities. Do you feel confident in your ability to infiltrate unnoticed. You're a small enough band comparison to the legions that have been arriving and creating a military wall outside of the key.
You know, I was honestly hoping that, to FCG's point, we were just kind of the bumbling fox that no one was really paying attention to, but a little bit of that changed as of last night. I don't know if Ludinus was really interested in us or
What we
this
had.
shard,
Yeah.
correct, but the unfortunate thing is that we are a bit on their radar.
Also, the surface of the moon up there seems a little harsh.
Yeah.
So, like, we might be wise to prepare ourselves for, inclement conditions, and also might be nice to have some items that would shield us from danger or
That we can
viewing.
suck into ourselves and not use at all instead. Just kidding. I'm kidding.
She's just joking.
It's a good one.
She's just joking. Alori kind of nods, and I can make a quick jaunt and see what we can spare. I'm not certain what you're going to run into up there, but based on what you've said, we can provide materials, maybe a few odds and ends that could be of help. While I don't have enough items to protect you from prying eyes, I can impart to you that sort of shielding for a period of time. About 8 hours I can prevent you from being seen
That's amazing.
remotely.
I'll get us started.
Yeah.
Does the terrible tinker have any idea of things to make us a little more comfortable if we get to the surface of the moon?
I do know, well, I think that some of the Rylorans share a bit of my abilities. If there's anything you can do to protect everyone from mental.
Let me see what I can do. And you're all certain you're willing to take this journey?
We already had a conversation, not just a few nights ago. Most of us are all accepting that we might not come back from wherever we're going. We've all lived pretty chaotic and honestly tragic lives. Except for Chetney, I guess. This grants us all purpose.
It's our calling.
It's fine.
Well, who am I to stand in the face of bravery?
They're expecting the nations of the world to convene. They're not expecting us.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let my kid grow up in a world that
Mister?
is as bad as this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are you
Are you pregnant?
Are you pregnant right now?
I don't. Not that I know.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, mister.
it's all right. We're gonna make this a great place for you.
The
I
whole
don't know, he
city or the
seems kind of-
castle?
Castle. Let me jog some of my memories.
He did have that weird little kid of his.
Jog some of your memories? Or someone else's?
Actually, you could probably ask him right now, couldn't you?
I could try.
If you're worried about irritating him, I'm sure Allura would be less.
His wife is
Oh,
also
I do
pretty
still have a mental
sympathetic.
connection. I had made one.
Right? Remember Lady DeRollo was pretty sympathetic the last time we were here.
Yeah.
That's true. I like her.
What did you want to ask of him?
Last time I was in this castle, it wasn't great. But also, I imagine Delilah has quite the connection to this place. I don't know. Sometimes it's being confronted with the darker parts of your past can shed a little light on other areas.
I bet there's someone in this castle who was probably here when you were a kid. Was probably up here when everything was fucked.
Oren, in this moment you notice that feeling like you're being watched.
Ears twitch a little bit. If I try to subtly take in the weather, can I figure it out?
You go and kind of look around the vicinity and you see a shadow shift down the hall far from where you're standing.
Is it that kid again? I'm just gonna put my hands in my pockets and stroll down that way.
As you
Hello?
hear a shift, like a stool.
It's okay. You wanna come meet everybody?
You look past, and in the next room, it looks like there is a reading den, and standing holding this, well, it looks like a soft doll, but it seems to clink with metal innards in an odd way as she shifts it.
Terrible.
This little girl you've seen previously here, horned, dark hair, red skin, Sovereign smiles. Hi.
Hi, you remember me?
I do.
I remember you.
Yeah.
Busy around the grounds today, huh?
There's a lot going on.
What are you up to right now?
Just playing.
Who you got there?
This is Gemma.
Gemma. She sounds clanky.
She's got a skeleton.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like skeletons?
Yeah.
You gotta come meet my friends. You wanna come with me and meet my friends?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm taller than you.
You are taller than me. A lot of people are taller than me.
Means you have to do what I say.
You are a Derolo. Okay. Do you want to tell me to introduce you to my friends?
No.
Oh,
I command you to introduce me to your friends.
well. I do live to serve. Right this way, milady.
She follows.
I'm so proud.
So proud.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. I have some more of the nobility I would like to introduce. Or maybe she can speak for herself.
I am Lady Gwendolyn Derolo. I am the queen of the house, and everyone who's shorter than me has to do what I say.
Oh, what?
It's the law.
I didn't know there were queens in
I very much
White
like
Stone.
this law.
Yeah.
I do
Well,
too.
you're not from around here, are you?
No, I'm a ways off.
I have heard of that law here in Whitestone, but
Me too.
See?
yeah, it's based on her.
Seems like a bum deal.
I'll tell you what. I don't really bow to laws, but if you can guess how old I am, I will do what you say. How old do I look?
Hey, my.
You are 4,000 years old.
Because I'm wise. I love her. Your wish is my command.
What's your name?
I'm Chetney.
Chetney.
Chetney Pockapee.
All right.
Oh, I forgot to mention, Laudna, Gwendolyn really likes skeletons.
Really?
I've been watching you.
No. You have? You know, I always wanted to be a lady.
Well, you can't be one because we're full.
It's all right.
Oh.
Still have a skeleton or two. And I pull out. First, I pull out pate.
I like I pull my finger off.
Hey, what's going on?
Be child. Presence of child.
What? Hello. Hello.
Do you want to see something really cool?
Yeah.
I put pate on her shoulder.
He doesn't buy it.
He's very friendly.
I'm very friendly in the presence of children. Okay.
Do you like scary?
Yeah.
I take my middle fingernail and I just carve it down my chest.
Very okay.
She was like,
And just allow the skin to pull back.
Oh,
just
God.
A
enough.
lot for a child.
What? So yes,
I
if
think
she
it's a good
likes
idea.
scary, it's fun.
It's like,
She's gonna be into it.
Just part a little bit of the sternum.
that's really cool.
Do you like it? Yeah. Do you want to touch it? Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely blow my mind.
Just zip up a little.
That's pretty cool.
She's fun, scary.
That's scary.
That was fun. That was scary. That was fun, scary. Can I touch it?
Yes. Open up a little bit again.
She like touches the little cut mark, and you watch her go like,
What?
I have to go.
What's wrong?
And she takes her doll and like just kind of darts off.
Inside check, inside
Make an
check.
inside check.
Yeah.
Kid said she went scared.
maybe just take it a little slower next time. Like,
Kids like
try the
that.
thumb
I
trick
think
first.
I thought that was
Don't scare her.
No, I think maybe she picked up on something, like maybe,
Oh, from touch?
yeah.
Oh,
She seemed really into it until she touched me.
Oh, I wonder.
She might be gifted in some way, and she could sense
Could it be?
your past.
What if she's like me?
Everyone likes you.
No. What if she?
Or what if she is
we have
like
something
you?
in common?
It could be.
How? Do y'all know? I mean, from what I saw, Lord Percival is human, and Lady Vexalia was Elven or something, right?
There's adoption. Adoption is an option.
Yeah. I mean, but
There's a lot of facial
she
structure
does
happening
look
there,
the
though.
same,
Yeah.
just with horns.
Yeah, I wonder if she felt something familiar.
Well, if you want your tour, we should maybe find somebody who was actually alive back when things were shitty
No,
down here.
it's.
Or you can
I
warn
want to talk to her.
Who? The girl?
Yes, Gwendolyn.
Can we follow where she went?
Sure. Are you all going?
No.
Yeah, a whole bunch
I
of
think-
grown-ups are
I think-
chasing a scared kid across. The...
I think I'm gonna hang back.
yeah, I'm gonna go elsewhere as well.
Okay.
Maybe the witches.
Okay. So the three of you? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Can share a jail cell.
You follow her, and she darts up a different staircase, like a spiral staircase. It's a little further down the eastern side of the castle, and eventually the door doesn't fully close, but a small chamber she kind of vanishes into, and the door just kind of rests partially unlatched but closed.
Oh, I do wonder where the Queen has gone.
Me too.
Her loyal subjects are lost without her.
Whatever will we do without our queen?
Citizens are quite in need.
I was really hoping that the queen could show us where there's some delicious snacks and sweets and cookies, but oh well.
Make a group persuasion check, the three of you.
Jeez, why am I like this?
Laudna?
7.
24.
9.
You hear the door finish latching.
It's Gwendolyn, right?
Bust down the door.
Don't.
No.
No.
Fucking talk to us!
We are sorry, Lady Gwendolyn. I hope we didn't frighten you.
Looking for answers, young one. You seem to be very smart. Come find me if you feel like talking.
You just hear it from behind the door. I'm afraid of you, and I don't know why.
I understand. Sometimes I'm afraid of me too. And I turn and I leave.
Sometimes I say through the door, sometimes things that look scary can be so beautiful if you give them a chance.
Why does she hate me?
Who? Laudna? Hate you? Never.
I could feel it when I touched her.
You could feel hatred?
I've never felt hate like that.
Cursed.
Maybe your dog was just trying to scare you.
Maybe.
I promise you she doesn't hate you.
The Queen's gonna take a nap.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, my liege.
I'm gonna, take out the eyes of Charming. And I'm gonna try to stick them under the door.
Okay.
Just a little present for you. Have fun.
You hear them scrape inside.
I run after Laudna. I'm gonna go up and give you a hug.
It was Delilah.
I think so.
I know so. She said she felt hatred as soon as she touched you. Who would hate her more? Who would hate the Derolos more? That wolf is connected to her. She's inside you. We can't let Percival know. They would destroy us, maybe.
What am I supposed to do with this? This seed of hatred that I carry with me.
What do you want to do with it? You talked about making it, taking advantage of it, making you stronger.
What time is it?
You arrived here, it was morning, so it would be, by this point, mid-afternoon?
I'd love to go on a little excursion tonight. When the castle beds down.
All right.
You want to come?
I'd love to.
All right.
Are we going on an adventure?
Mm-hmm.
A witchy adventure. I love it.
Let's do it.
Maybe let's sleep a little bit beforehand, though, so that,
Nappy.
yeah, we can recover a bit.
Sounds good. Powdered sugar?
Okay, yeah, no, I'll get powdered sugar and okay.
Fucking RP. The crepe stand.
Strawberries?
Strawberries.
Strawberries.
It's a little mushy, is that okay?
Fine.
Okay.
Condensed milk.
We're out of condensed milk.
Sure. Chocolate.
I'll put more chocolate, okay. You look
does
real
anyone
familiar.
Share this with me?
Yeah, I'll have a
I
I'll
look
have a
familiar.
Do I know you?
How old is he?
He looks like probably in his early 50s or so.
What's your name? Wait, what's your
Are
name?
you Andy?
Andrew.
Fuck you, man! No, fuck you! The buzzsaw starts.
I lower. You know, I get that a lot. That I you know, I look like people that they knew, like in high school or middle school, growing up, or that they used to throw dirt clods at. So I get that.
oddly specific.
No. It's just there's things I happen to hear.
Okay. Do you want your crepe?
Fern, do you want a crepe?
No.
Imogen?
I do. I would like a crepe.
Okay.
I would like a crepe with chocolate.
Well, I already have one made.
Another one with chocolate and powdered sugar.
So I'm gonna.
Banana.
Hold on, you're going real fast.
Strawberry. Do you have like nuts or crumbles or something like that?
Walnuts?
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
little bit right here.
As small as you can crumble in place, thank you.
Puts in a little bag and like.
Oh wait, I forgot. I'm allergic to nuts.
Oh, allergic to nuts. Oh my god, I can't believe we forgot that.
I don't want it. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Okay.
There's a dog over there. See that dog? You can't give chocolate to a dog!
I'm just moving. I need to find somebody to eat these crepes. Okay, dinner it is.
Oh, now I feel guilty.
Oh, you sure?
Guilty.
He threw shirt closet hurt.
When he was 5?
But now
No,
he's
he was-
alone and miserable.
No, he's not. He's a very joyful crepe maker.
Do you have joy in your life, Andy?
Andrew. Yeah, I like making crepes.
How long have you lived here, Andrew?
My life.
Do you have you have someone that you share your life with? I'm not asking, I'm just seeing if you do.
That it's asking.
I mean, I'm not asking for myself, is what I mean.
Oh.
I forgot that.
It's a lot of prying questions.
Where is this conversation going?
There, are we here yet, or
Look,
the boys?
I'm back on the market if that's what you're asking.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
It's just
Now I'm gonna go eat my 2 crepes that nobody paid for.
I'll grab one of those.
They want one.
I'll grab one of the ones that no one. That sounds. I don't have.
Are you
none
allergic
of-
to nuts?
If I am, it's far too late.
Okay, here you go.
I'll take the other one. It just means more pull-ups
All right, and
tomorrow.
strawberry's a little mushy.
That's fine.
That's fine. They're
All right.
better mushy.
Crepes.
Thanks, a lot. All
Oh,
right.
that's amazing. That's like
Let's all head back home.
that's a great sense of closure.
Yeah, no, it is. It's like, yeah,
So
weird.
yeah, let's
It's almost like it didn't matter to anybody but you.
let's maybe let this poor
You know,
guy.
let's blast from the past. What are you gonna do? It's
Oh, he's not a poor guy. He's fine.
He's selling crepes. Andrew,
What?
You know what will make you feel better and make your life better?
Stop. Leave it.
Is to say sorry. Is to say I'm sorry.
For not paying for your crepe?
For throwing dirt clods, Andrew.
All right, you've been on this thing for a good solid minute now. What's your problem?
What if it's not the same, Andrew?
Is it might not be?
Just try it. You're too far to turn around now.
Andrew,
What?
did you throw dirt clods at little girls?
I don't remember, probably.
Well, if you did, you should say sorry, because it really hurt their feelings.
I thought you were so cute. And now you're a miserable old crepe man.
Godfather, save me. They're crazy around the tree this time of day.
Can we wrap this up, Matilda?
Wow.
Banishment.
Do you?
Floating in the astral sea.
Dreadnought comes by.
It's fine, you just can say hi to your mother.
Did I throw a dirt clod at you?
Not at me. Not at me, Andrew.
A little girl named Matilda.
Remember Matilda?
Do I look familiar? Do you pick up dirt? Do I look more familiar now?
That makes it
Lana.
Sorry.
No. I mean, I remember there was a Matilda around here, yeah.
Did you know another little boy named Andy, maybe?
There were a few Andys around the town. It's a pretty common name. I was like 3 in my class.
Oh. I'm just gonna pull out.
Keep going.
I'm just gonna pull out a.
Keep going. More than you're grabbing.
I'm so excited.
More than you're grabbing.
I'm pulling out gold, all right?
Just a
Yeah,
gold.
gold. You know how much these crepes cost? How much these crepes cost?
Let's go. Let's go, Karen. Let's go, Karen.
I'm not
copper.
Karen. I am protect. Here, take a gold, Andrew.
Wow, that's a lot of. Okay, thank you.
And
I
accept
appreciate
my apology,
that.
because you know what I do. I apologize for my.
Oh, my goodness.
Just couldn't let it go.
Well,
And if you see Andy who threw dirt clods, you tell him that he's a sack of shit.
I will narrow that down one day.
All right.
Sorry if you got dirt thrown at you. There were a few Andys here that were kind of shitty.
Thank you.
You remember their last names by any chance?
There was Andy Darrence. There was Andy Whitestone. No.
Whitestone Andy.
Andy Dufresne.
Thank you so much. Good luck with your crepes. Can we go?
Flame strike!
Probably all died under the briarwoods anyway.
Closure.
I mean, it was just another week.
Kind of
Maybe.
closure.
It's a start.
Yeah, you close one wound and you open another one right on top of
He's
it.
fine.
They keep a census in the castle. Probably we could just find out everybody's name who's Andy. And
Or we could just go to sleep and get ready to.
Thank
go
you.
I might be cranky because I haven't slept. That's very true.
Yes.
We're gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Sleep.
Oh, boy.
All right. You all go back to your chambers within the Castle Whitestone. But upon taking an evening's rest, contemplating the events of the day and the days to come, the mounting anxiety of what lies before you, in the middle of the night, it appears that Laudna has woken up Imogen with interest for events as the evening progresses. So, as we come into here, as everyone else is resting, and you have shaken Imogen awake, let us jump back in.
Yeah.
Did you still want to go on a little field trip?
Oh, 100%.
All right. I'm gonna wake up first.
Okay.
I'm already awake.
Oh, jeez.
Sometimes I like to sleep with my eyes open just to know. it's
She
coming.
does too. No, yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't.
Well, now
I
I
know that
feel like
you
a
do. I
freak.
was just like, no. It's an ability that I wish I really could do.
Wait, are we all sleeping in the same room, or did Fern sleepwalk in here?
We're in Whitestone, right?
Yeah.
I got some fucking estate room.
I thought we.
Just in
Well,
case.
But we had
What's
told
the-
her that we wanted to, so she probably.
She knew.
I knew
Just
that
stand
there was
behind
going
you.
to be an
I
excursion.
definitely remember exactly how we set this up.
Okay, well then I would at least peek my head in.
It's time.
Let's go. Okay. What time is it exactly?
I don't know.
It's,
What time is it?
you're not certain. You're in the middle of a castle, but it's in the middle of the night or the early hours of the morning. It is still cold and quiet throughout the halls of Whitestone Castle.
Let's go.
Okay. Are we sneaking?
Do you have somewhere you wanted to go specifically, or?
I don't know. It just the way Gwendolyn reacted to me. If she won't give me answers, then maybe we'll find some. I'm just kind of wondering if maybe walking around will jog my memory a bit.
Sure.
I like this idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Which direction should we go?
Do you want to go? Oh, this is terrible. Do you want to go somewhere that was traumatic, or do you want to go somewhere that was happy?
There's not a lot of options for happy. It's mainly all going to be traumatic. But it's okay, I'm good. I've got you all. I've kind of, I've healed a lot.
You have. Yes.
It's about this time you
I've
begin to
seen her
hear
journey so far.
footsteps down the distant hallway as you're just emerging from the room. You step back in and close the door just carefully, and you see a pale guard on his wandering tour, just kind of.
Are we allowed to walk around?
Probably not.
All right.
Okay.
What if we try the dining hall? That's a place we could go to the tree. We could.
Let's go
I mean,
down.
Straight.
Let's go down. Let's head
Go down further.
You see, when I was still roaming the city, sometimes I would seek refuge in like the tunnels and whatnot underneath the castle.
All right. Yeah.
Secret passageways and things.
It's this whole castle. It's like riddled with them.
Lead the way.
All right.
As you contemplate, the specific details to your memory are still a bit fuzzy. It was many years ago, and that time was a tough one. But you recall there was a scary yet safe place, and the way to get there was a large room filled with dusty furniture without light, like an extravagant bedchamber of some kind.
All right. We're looking. I feel like this is probably not going to be helpful because it's a castle. But looking for like a big room with furniture.
Oh, I found it.
There's one over here too.
They're everywhere.
Shit.
2 for 2.
Shit. All right.
Wait. Well, hold on. Let me. What if I go into your memories a little bit
Okay.
and just try to specifically detect that memory?
All right. Okay.
All right.
Yes, I'll. I kind of meditate on what I remember from.
All right. I'm gonna
Those
cast
wretched
detect
days.
thoughts.
Okay, you cast detect thoughts. As you reach out with your mind and begin to.
I have no
pierce it-
reason to touch the side of your face while doing this because I can do it without do it, but I'm going to touch the side of your face.
All right. In holding her head in your hands and focusing your mind and presence into the dark shadowed scape that is hers, you push through, and focusing on your memory, you see this chamber again. Less of a going into the chamber, but occasionally exiting it and then back in. You remember there being a staircase that led into this room from her perspective, but the room itself had cobwebs. It was untouched. You see a beautiful 4-post bed, a canopy bed, and you see a portrait on the wall of a family. You see a beautiful master bedroom, just forgotten or in disuse.
Weird. It's a bedroom. You're right. It's like, it seems like the main bedroom of the estate, but nobody's in there. It's filled with dust and cobwebs and Was there somebody that... Why would they not use a bedroom that... It's probably the best room in the house.
Perhaps it belonged to the late Derolos and no one wanted to disturb it.
Yeah, maybe somebody died or was murdered brutally in there. That's where my mind goes. But
Well, then, we should find that.
All right, let's try there. Let's just, guards.
pass without a trace.
All right. As you feel the comfort of the evening shadows grow stronger around you, you're going to begin to stealthily travel throughout the castle
Do
unseen.
you remember where their room might have been? There was like a stairwell around it, or leading.
I feel maybe if we go back, kind of start at the dining chamber. I just remember, yeah, I'm gonna go from there. I don't know, it's all gonna kind of come back to me.
Spark something.
Okay.
Here, as you begin to tiptoe your way through the long, thin, stone-cold hallways of Whitestone Castle, the occasional wall-mounted sconces with their, low-burning, magically produced cinders that keep it in a warm interior visually, though the temperature itself leaves you a little shivery. You continue down towards the dining chambers you said you wanted to begin at. You pay attention to some of the wandering Pale Guard, and you can see, probably based on the type of clientele that are present within the castle overnight, the security is a little heightened. So there are a pair of guards wandering at each other section. You have to time your movement with them changing positions and moving through certain sections of the castle, but it doesn't take you too long to begin noticing the pattern, and through the use of your magic, quickly abscond from corner to corner until eventually you return to the place where you last dined. The hall itself closed, but a good point of reference as to where the rest of the castle might be, which you haven't quite wandered fully about. The only person who has any real memory of this castle would be you. You begin to recall memories of entering this chamber. And when you entered this chamber at night, you would occasionally escape it throughout other halls, wandering through the castle to take things, to take little tools and little crafts and trinkets that you found loose to bring back to your subterranean safe space. Like a person living in the walls unknown, you would just occasionally wander out and bring back in this fractured time. And you recall when you would wander out, you would wander down into the castle when you did so. You don't directly recall the path, but wherever you were coming from, the chamber was a higher floor.
We gotta go upstairs. Sorry, right.
Yes. No, but it's like you can read my mind.
It's all in there.
It's crazy. Just how you're so in touch with exactly what I was thinking. Okay, I'm going to...
I'm definitely not still detecting your thoughts. I'm totally still detecting them.
Do I see any stairs heading up?
There are a number of staircases. There are end of hallways that have tight stone spiral staircases that lead up into secondary floors. There's the main foyer area, which has ascending staircases that lead to the upper floor, but that place is pretty well watched since it has the main entryway to the castle itself, as well as leading to the throne room. So
Do I remember when I was being led in, after being captured, if the dining room was on the left or the right?
It was on the right-hand side when you entered the castle, so you are kind of on the...
All right. So I think we need to go left and up.
Okay, that makes sense.
We'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
So to the left would bring you back towards the main entryway, because the dining area was to the right as you entered. So if you go left from where you are, it'll lead you towards that area, which does have stairs leading upward, but you'd have to be...
There's a lot of guards.
There's
there
4 posted in there, so if you want to find a clever way to bypass them, you certainly can.
Are there stairs on the other side of the dining room? Maybe
it all just connects.
You could wander if you'd like to.
Yeah, let's walk through the dining hall and see if there's maybe servant stairs or something. Because you probably wouldn't have taken main stairs when you were. All right.
Okay, yes.
Let's look for back stairways because that seems like something Laudna would have used before.
Okay.
All those old houses had, like servant passage ways and stuff, so.
Okay. As you carefully enter the dining hall, closing the doors behind you, heading across the like low burn of the fireplace in the middle of the evening's previous dinner, now like barely holding on, like little crackles and pops, the only remnants of life that sit in this empty chamber. To the opposite side, the doors leading to the kitchen. And as you kind of step into the kitchen area, you can see the lingering smell of the evening's meals still kind of hanging in the air. You can see a number of the cooking utensils and pots have been scrubbed and left out to dry. There's nobody in the kitchen, and you see there are 2 doorways that leave this chamber. One that's across the kitchen, one that's to the right. It looks like a closet almost.
I'll check both.
The one that's across, yeah.
Yeah, let's try the one across.
Okay. You go across the kitchen, the other door, you open it up, and this leads into a small hallway that bends to the left, and you can see there's another door on the, like, right where the bend of this hallway is before it turns out of sight.
Anything in this place, there's so many hallways in
I don't
there.
even remember where we are. There's just been so many twists and turns. Should we look in here?
Let's try check the other one across the way first.
In case it's not a pantry.
Yes.
Okay. You move across the way to the other door, and as the hallway turns, you can see this hallway continues on before it goes into a T-intersection about 25 feet down, and there are 3 small doors along this way, kind of alternating on the right, on the left, on the right, before it hits the T-intersection.
Like servants' quarters or offices or
Maybe.
something.
You pull it open.
Look at this. This is a really nice walk. Do you think FCG would like this?
We could take it.
All right.
We could take
Do
it.
you have room?
Yes.
A walk. Yeah. It's a
I
walk.
have a
You
space.
you pull open the smaller doorway in the kitchen, and as you do, ping, a bunch of pots and pans and cooking materials just come pouring out of what looks to be a storage thing.
Catch him with my mage hand before any more fall?
All
You
32.
catch like a couple and like keep them all from tumbling, but it definitely had 3 that hit the ground with a heavy ping pong. Ping.
I'm gonna slowly set them down, and we make for the small hallway. Go, 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 go.
Small hallway.
As you go darting into the tiny hallway that was across the way, the first door that's across the way begins to open in your direction. What do you do?
Double back.
And yeah, double back. Y'all, just keep going. I'm just gonna stay in the kitchen. Go, go, just go. I'll meet you.
So you both dart back into the kitchen?
Double back.
Okay, and you find alcoves like sneaking into the corners, and as you like step into the edges where there's barely any light in here other than like a lantern that's left out, you just disappear into the darkness. While the door opens and you can see one of the older woman servants in her, I say older woman, like comparison to you, she's in her late 40s, early 50s maybe, has like a nightcap on and has this little kind of throw over robe and kind of, oh, I'm sorry, you're...
I'm so sorry. I think I made a little bit of a ruckus. I was just looking for a little midnight snack.
It got real strong.
7 syllables.
All right. Give me a moment, dear.
I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all right.
I
It's
don't.
all
No. I don't want you to have to wake up. If you just tell me, like, do you have a piece of fruit or something I can just nibble on?
Well, I know there's on the 4 back-to-back cabinets that are across from the cooking fireplace. You can see up top on the far right one there should be a number of pieces of fresh cut fruit that weren't used in the meal. So just take your pick, dear.
Thank you. Is there a way? Do you know? Can I get back up to my room down this hallway? I got a little lost.
Oh yeah, if you go right down this way and take a right, there's should be a staircase that leads to the 2nd floor.
Thank you, ma'am. What was your name again?
Oh, Janine.
Janine. Thank you.
Of course.
Have a good night. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
I'll head over to the fruit.
I'm a late sleeper, but I'll make it work. And she gets back into her room and closes the door.
I grabbed some
No
fruit.
witnesses.
There's a stairway at the end. I'll walk normal. Y'all walk quiet.
Be quiet.
From pike and armor to bird and fucking hoof.
Yep.
Stone everywhere. More
Trying
carpets
to
and
step
white
as
stone.
lightly as I can.
Get a little sour.
Yeah, a little soft.
You like slip everywhere.
Yeah.
Very small.
Okay.
We should have had Deanna crochet you little hoof
little booty
cover.
Good idea.
Little leg warmers. That's so cute.
Following the directions you were given, you head down the long hallway, and indeed there was a tight spiral staircase that leads to the 2nd floor. As you emerge there, you can see the hall kind of splits into 3 different directions. As you step up into the space, everything becomes familiar. You're like, I know this hall. I've been through here. and you just start instinctively walking down one of the paths. Jurassic Park reference. I know this. You, like a bloodhound picking up a scent, you just start walking around and looking, passing doors until you come to the very end of the far left hall, and there is a set of beautiful double doors that kind of finalize where this walkway comes to a close.
From Laudna's perspective, it has that forced
Vertigo.
perspective, like parallax effects as she gets to the doors. Yeah, full Overlook Hotel. This is it.
Yeah.
This is where they get me.
I'm just gonna put my hand on the small of your back. Do you need to take a minute?
Wait a minute. They kept you here. They kept you here?
In the chamber?
They tortured me.
In their room?
Yes.
For how long?
I don't know.
I hate these people. Not the ones that are here. Who did this to you, of course. Yes. I'm sorry.
Are you sure you want to go in there?
I still don't really understand what happened to me, or who these people were, or who was in my head. No one knows. No one will tell me. I need this.
All right.
Let's do it.
Just gonna test the doorknob first.
Okay, you touch it and turn, and it's like a handle. As you turn it, it stops. It appears to be locked. And as you remove your hand, you can see the layer of dust that's settled on these handles, and the dust that is pulled off as your fingers removed, and you've cleared parts of the metal.
Nobody been here.
I do have these tools.
Oh, good. It's good because I got nothing.
Okay.
You steal things, don't you?
I have these tools as well.
Gonna try and pick this lock.
You spend a tense 4 to 5 minutes working on this lock. It's
Do this in a while.
it's the door is beautifully carved, and you can see there's almost like a vineyard design on the outside of it, where you can see these vines that climb and grapes that are carved into the dark wood, with leaves that curl off. You can see that there is a symbol of a tree that is built to where the doors come together that represents the sun tree in the center. It's beautiful, and it's easy to take all that in while you wait for Laudna to quietly curse under her breath as she's just having a hard time with this lock, until eventually you reach a point where you have no idea what to do anymore. The tumblers are not working for you, or you're just out of your depth.
Can you see through the keyhole at all?
You look down and look in the keyhole, and it's just darkness.
Is there... All right.
Can I... Oh, is that a control?
Go ahead.
Can I cast my cantrip? Can I light up the inside through the keyhole?
Yeah. As you cause these little sparkling orbs of energy to appear in the other chamber, kind of giving this kind of shifting crackle of lavender light within, you can see, just as you saw in her memory, pretty much untouched since then, the bed chambers that lie here, the 4 massive poles that make this canopy bed. And you can see a bookshelf and a trunk, and that's all you can see from the perspective of this keyhole. But this is the bedchamber from her memory.
I could do something really stupid right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna look through the keyhole and I'm gonna open a little split in space, and a Ryloran's gonna step through.
On the other side of the door.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, which kind of Ryloran are you summoning?
Unseen alien servant.
Quite seen, alien. Very seen.
I have untold power granted by the moon. What do you need? I'm not. You want me to open the door?
Pretty much.
Moon stuff.
I don't know.
It's in the code check.
I guess a mind. A hex mind?
Make me a marquee.
Okay. As you focus on the other side, there's that. The two of you hear, muffled beyond the doorway,
Someone's in there.
this like bassy crackle and then silence once more. You watch on the opposite end as that kind of space tears open, a bright red coloration, and then two legs step out of this rift and touch the ground, and you can see a Rylorn stands there, robed and belted across this kind of like travel garb, and you can see around their face like a head jewelry that kind of adorns their elongated head. Their dark, void-like eyes, and as they step down, it kind of meets your gaze through the keyhole, and you hear in your mind, "What do you require?"
Can you unlock the door?
Sure. And you hear, "Is there anything else you require?"
How's it going up there?
What?
Have you seen a guy with long white hair?
I have not known.
What about a tall, creepy guy with like long fingers?
We have a number of those up there.
Yeah.
But not red.
No, but he's not. Yeah, but he's not red. Have you seen anyone that looks like me?
Yeah,
You have.
briefly,
What was she doing?
walking through the storm.
That could have been me.
That's true. That's true. How long can he hang around, just in case?
He can hang around for a while.
You want to just chill with us for just a little bit? You want to just hang out?
Whatever you require. So the door's unlocked. It's not open yet.
Okay.
Dinner with a, like,
We're gonna go.
well-known actor, and it's just
So as you walk inside, indeed, you can look around and you can see this. It's a beautiful chamber. There's a vanity and mirror to one side. You can see there's a large, beautifully carved armoire. The carpeting, that's, these rugs that are placed beneath the bed and beneath the larger pieces of furniture are beautiful. You see there's a large portrait, indeed, of a well-dressed family, all sitting with 5 children amongst the 2 parents. You catch the second youngest within the portrait, has a large bespectacled face, and with a brief moment you realize you've met this fellow, though many years later in his life.
Wow.
I wonder who all these other
Oh,
people
no wonder
are.
he's such a prick.
What? Why?
Well, I mean, his entire family.
Where are they?
Guess it always is weird to move into your parents' bedroom.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh yeah, they died.
that was the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brutally murdered.
Yeah.
All right. Do I... So, okay, so it's all covered in dust. Any other time, any other thing that's sparking memory?
Because you rolled a natural 20 earlier, yes. I will say, stepping into this chamber, kind of the memories flooding back, the muscle memories, it's odd because even just being in this room, you watch as Laudna's posture, which already isn't great, becomes even more like small. Like she instinctually wants not to be noticed within this space. And you begin walking over towards like the edge of where the bed and the bookcase meet. And you recall pulling a book or tugging on a book. There's something about this bookcase that's familiar to you.
Absolutely. I go over. There's still books on there?
Yeah, all the books are still there, all like deeply placed and all as dusty as you recall.
I'm gonna try one on like the 3rd shelf down. I'm gonna look for the one that's maybe a little taller than the rest.
Okay.
Slightly out of place.
Let me make a perception check.
All right.
And maybe one has a little less dust than the others if you touched it a few times.
Let's see.
The Cat in the Hat.
25.
25. Glancing around, on the 3rd shelf, which is the bottom shelf of the 3 major bookcase shelves that are up here before the lower cabinet opens, all the way to the far right, the second to last book is the only book that spine has no title. And you also notice upon the very top, indeed, there is a little notch where it looks like it has less dust than every other book there.
My spindly finger.
As soon as you pull it back and it slightly tilts as opposed to remove, 3 of you immediately hear. And to the immediate right, the stone wall, which had a tapestry over it, you see it shift and slide out of the way, revealing another wall made of bricks.
Oh.
Put my...
Oh, yeah, just in case.
Yeah.
As you kind of, because there's a tapestry hanging in front of it still, and you can just see and the bricks here don't match the color of the rest of the room's construction. They're not the same color.
Phantom of the Paradise. Seal it up. Do it now. Yeah.
Yeah. So new bricks that don't...
These are
it's
newer.
a patch job.
It looks like it might be a more recent bit of construction. You do not recall this wall being there based on your memory. As you move the tapestry aside, there is what looks to be painted on the bricks, a phrase in common, a nice, like large handwriting that reads, "Clever as you are, there is nothing for you here. Now go find your mother and apologize."
It's amazing. Wow.
So
Oh
good.
my
Wow.
God.
The attitude in this family.
Too real.
I
Too
love
fucking real.
I'm feeling that might be for little Gwyn. Fern?
Yes.
Do you happen to have anything, you know?
Checking. I feel like
The old exploding wall spell?
These stone shapy shapes?
so. I can make a small passage. As long as the wall is less than 5 feet thick.
It works. It works.
You can give it a shot.
Okay. I just touch it.
You touch it, and what are you trying to do?
I am trying to make a hole
Okay.
for us to go through.
You reach out and you touch the brick stone work that currently closes this, and immediately you watch as it crumbles away like someone's rapidly carving clay out of the way. And you leave an entryway to what immediately reveals, no more than 1.5 feet past the wall, which is only about that thick, a lightless staircase below.
Light orbs.
Okay. The orbs kind of glow downward, and the stairs descend 15, 20, 30, 40 feet before they reach another door. Do you descend the stairs and go to the door?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll lead
This
the
is all
way.
very familiar to you. You head down to the door and open it into another wide chamber without a source of light.
Imogen.
Okay, what was your name?
You turn back to the Ryloran. Sivana.
Savannah. You want to come with us, or should I stay here?
Whatever you wish.
What if we run into trouble down there? Was there ever any trouble down there?
We should bring Savan.
Savannah, can you fit through this hole?
They step over and kind of step through the hole after the rest of you. You can see there's even like kind of an anxiousness. And as they walk around, they're like taking it all in. They're intense and very direct, but also there is this, you get a sense of confusion and marvel from this entity as it walks around in an unfamiliar space.
I'm gonna say into your head.
I think it's a bad idea to let them see all of this stuff. Like, what if, Ludinus finds out that this one particular Ryloran has come here and then, like, tries to interrogate him and find out more about Whitestone? Is that possible?
I guess anything is possible. But also, I don't know.
We could use
It's
our
still
help.
worth it. Yeah.
All right.
I think so. All right.
In your head, I'm gonna go.
So the Rylorn descends the stairs behind you.
All right.
You send your orbs into the chamber, and as they spread out into the area here, it's about maybe 10 to 12 feet at its apex, and the chamber is about 30 or so feet across. It's almost a thick L shape in the chamber. As you step in, like it kind of turns to the left and opens up wide before it seems to arc off again, out of sight. But you see within this room, it is filled with furniture of all manner of strange shapes. I mean, there are like tables and things, but everything's covered in sheets, pale sheets that hang over what looks like dozens of odd cases and desks and other contraptions, as you see like large spires and weird bulbous bits of equipment that are all just covered. You can see occasionally a bit of glass that peeks out as the shine of your moving orb kind of glistens across it. You can see the brief little bit of color that peeks from a wire that is exposed in the back of one of these layered blankets. It looks like it might be some sort of laboratory or workroom.
They don't even use all this stuff down here.
Was this Delilah's?
I think so. Nearest sheet.
You pull it off, and you see across here what looked like a table, but now revealing it, there are shackles on each end of this long table. You can see stains on the wood, and now as you kind of look down, you can see a lot of the floor here also is covered in broken glass and bits of shards and splinters of wood, and you get the sense that a lot of the materials here are either partially damaged or are in just severe disuse.
Can you light up your hands? To make light.
Yes.
Because I just realized both my spells are concentration.
I have.
Oh,
But
they
as long
are.
as she can use something to make light, then we
Just
can
make
still
some
see.
noise.
I
It
have
hasn't done yet.
Caleb's produce flame.
Perfect.
This is
Okay.
really-
Yeah, so
Okay,
somebody
so you
maintain-
maintain your Rylorn.
I talk to the wildfire.
Yes.
Prometheus over here. Yes. I just start like frantically ripping down the sheets,
Okay.
like almost manic.
Understood. You watch as Laudna kind of lost in the memories of this, pulling off sheet after sheet, revealing what looks to be like a dark lectern, where it looks like a book would be held, a tome would be held open. Beyond that, you can see what looks like an alchemical contraption, but the glass is shattered inward, like it either was privy to a fight or intentionally destroyed, a number of its wired components removed and missing. Another section over here, you can see along the wall there is a what looks like a rack of some kind that contains all manner of tools, but many of them are missing or scattered upon the ground around it. You can see there are blades and chains and a lot of signs of little dusted remnants of residuum dust, but it looks like it's just little left behind remnants of what was once there. You can see there was a glass jar that was large and contained what probably was refined residuum dust, but it has since been broken and is what would have poured out onto the ground. Looks like it's been taken and absconded with, and there's just like the faintest bit of kind of almost like a glitter sparkle as your flame light passes over and near it. The temperature in this room also is quite cold and getting colder as the flames in your hands also begin to grow dimmer.
What?
dimmer.
Yes.
Laudna, do you think
Is there?
it's dangerous down here?
Behind Laudna, as you're looking at her, you see this ever so faint visage of a ghostly human kind of rise out of one of the untouched sheets. Its vacant, dark eye sockets and its hanging mouth drawing more and more open as it seems to reach for her.
No.
I just back up. Wait, I try to talk to it real quick in Shadowcant. Who are you?
It just reaches for you, making this baleful sound.
I dodge out of the way.
Okay, Laudna, you are up first as this one spectral entity kind of like goes for you rapidly. What do you do?
I don't know if this is going to... Shit. Is that what I want to do right now? I will. Yeah, I'll try it. I don't know if it will work. I'm just going to actually pass my hand through it and try and grasp onto what is left of its soul.
Okay.
Of this emptied entity, and do Hunger of the Shadow Shard and see if I can absorb its soul.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll for your attack.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, it's a natural 19.
That
So
definitely
28.
hits. Yes.
Okay, 48. Sorry. I need more d8s.
Switching my
dice?
I'll just do these twice. 5, 6, 7. 11, 16 damage.
16, what type of damage?
Necrotic.
Necrotic. Okay.
Oh.
As you
Yeah, I
reach
don't know
out
if it's
to the
gonna work.
spectral entity, you embrace that darker side of your spirit. And the rest of you here in the middle of this low light almost watch as like this dark mist seems to drift around her shoulders and head. As the spectral entity kind of steps through into your arm, you feel the cold shiver turn into an ice knife-like feeling through your forearm as its vacant face goes, "It's you." It takes no damage.
You know me? And I'm going to use my bonus action to transform into my form of dread, which
Yeah,
is
let's go. Quit fucking
much
around.
more, even more reminiscent of the Morning Veil and Delilah's form. You icky. Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. As you transform into your form of dread, the two of you notice that the veil drops, but the collar widens. You see almost across her neck where the skin seems to darken and burn into the shape of a choker. And there is the shadow that drifts off her seems to almost take the shape of another pair of shoulders that drifts just above hers.
What the fuck?
I don't know what to do. What's gonna happen?
No, you know.
I'm wet. No, I'm wet and possessed.
That finishes your turn.
Yes.
Oh man.
The ghost that is before you now, like it stretches even more, like terrified and furious as you take your shape. It seems like it was grasping for recognition and is coming to focus. And for a brief moment, that weird, stretched, kind of aimless expression almost seems to return closer to the once human form, and you see that anger towards you. As it,
Do I recognize who it is at all? They think I'm Delilah.
you do
don't
not
they?
recognize who it is. You see what looks to be it may have once been a young man in his 20s or so. Handsome in his life, but now left stretched and forgotten. It's now like spinning around, and the two of you are kind of do-si-doing in the middle of this area. Its body is like clipping through and merging with some of the surrounding laboratory furniture as it seems to, in this kind of ethereal state. Fern, it's your turn.
Okay. You're stuck in here. Maybe we can just let you out. Are you stuck in here? Can you understand what I'm saying?
It is not even paying attention to you. It is locked on her.
Okay. Since I still have Produce Flame, I'm just gonna palm his face. That's what I have left.
The flames burn up the side of this ghost as it like it takes the hit and like recoils from you. But when normally any creature that you fought hurts, it acknowledges the source of the pain. It seems to like pull away and then refocus again on Laudna.
Let's just start kind of posturing towards it.
Yeah, I am gonna use my bonus action to push Laudna back 5 feet.
Okay. Laudna, you get pushed back and you hit the edge of one of what looks like a partially uncovered dissection table of some kind, and you kind of stumble up onto it and kind of catch yourself on the sides, but you are pushed 5 feet away from them, which does take her out of harm's way.
Great, and then I'm gonna, as soon as she's out of distance, I'm gonna hit shock flare, and I'm just gonna light up like one of those balls.
The plasma balls?
Yeah, like a plasma ball,
Okay.
just like all around me.
All of them caught into it, impacts them heavily, and you watch as the spirits kind of lose their human form for just a second and become just these kind of floating ethereal mist spirits. As the plasma ball vanishes, they all kind of return to their stretched forms, and they've taken hits.
Okay.
One of them looks like it's pretty hurt.
The one that looks pretty hurt, the sieve behind me, I'm just gonna say hit it, and they're gonna mind spike that one.
Okay. They're all still focused on Laudna.
This is fucking with her head a little bit. She's gonna twitch a little and say, "Wanna release some decades of rage? Come at me!" And I'm going to release my Hound of Ill Omen, leaning even more into what I remember from Delilah. And then I'm gonna cast Mirror Image on myself, so it looks like there's 3 Delilahs. And then once again, you see the collar like flare, and a little bit of like kind of that green crackling necrotic energy. She just says, "I killed you once, I can do it again!" And I stick my hound at them.
Okay. The one that it went for turns around, is still like focusing on you. She goes, "Why?"
I don't know!
It goes to swing for you, and as it does, it looks like the hatred turns into absolute fear. And its jaw just stretches and drops about 7 or 8 inches as it stops and begins to recoil. That brings us to Fern's turn.
They're recoiling.
They're afraid of me.
Well, maybe not you, but okay. I am going to. I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm gonna cast daylight
Okay.
in the room. So I need to touch a point, so I'm just gonna touch the ground.
You touch a point in the ground. Suddenly the chamber is extremely well lit as the light on the floor kind of shoots outward. The bits of broken glass that have been revealed almost refracts it against the wall in odd patterns. Cool. The specters, kind of as the flash hits them, you can see them kind of turn slightly, but no other effect.
What is Laudna's appearance look like in the full light?
And in the full light that you can see, her form very clearly, it's still Laudna, but there's this kind of transformed shape of her clothing, almost like the shadows, almost like a liquid oil that is formed out of her clothing that forms these pointed shoulders and this collar that sits and glistens. You can see where it looks like the skin of her throat is burned in this strip around, almost like behind her, like the shadow of shimmering darkness just kind of frames her body in the upper torso shape of another pair of shoulders and another head.
If you're getting more
just
and more
kind of drifts
powerful,
just above her.
like, are you feeding her right now?
Yeah,
like by making
probably.
more of you?
8 more of those
I'm gonna
spots.
step up, so I'm within 5 feet of the ghosts.
Okay.
And I'm gonna reach out my hands and I'm gonna say, "Leave her alone." And my entire body is gonna start to crackle. And from under my dress, you're gonna see light start to light up and flare all up my face, down my arms and my legs.
So one of them like gets shocked and kind of like drifts halfway into the ground for a second, while the other one, Laudna, the one that's been hounding you since the beginning, the first one that appeared, as it's barely holding on, it's just going, "Murderer, why? Why?" And as it reaches for you, this energy kind of like burns its spirit away as it, "Hi," and it's gone.
As it disappears, I'm gonna look across and see your face.
It's okay.
And I unleash my attacks.
Indeed, it's your turn.
Civ is gone.
Thank God. Thank God you only killed 3 people, so this is really...
I'm going to unleash some Eldritch Blast.
Let's go.
I mean, she's just confused and angry, but you see her like lean in a little bit to be exactly who these ghosts think that she is. And it's almost like a piece of Delilah comes out as she just says, "You wouldn't dare," as she annihilates them.
Okay, both the spirits and vanish. The bright central sunlight that lights this chamber seems to reach everywhere but around Laudna, as the shape of shadow that frames her seems to stand stalwart against the light. In that quiet, the absence of those aggressive spirits, you hear, "Alexander, Tethany, Vincent, all kind servants of the castle, all very useful subjects." And all of you hear this. A voice that has not been heard since you once traveled in a shadow realm to save your friend.
Define all.
I mean, all 3 in the
Okay,
chamber.
yeah, I was
So
just double checking.
Where is she?
you see the shadow shape
It's
of...
just coming from...
It just seems to be coming from Laudna.
I don't know what to do.
It's interesting. You found part of my old additions to the castle grounds.
Yeah, yes.
You have to.
A place to keep Silas to rest. A place to experiment in the name of the Whispered One. Ah, so many memories here. It's nice to see it again.
What am I to you? Are there more like me?
There are none like you.
So I'm your last material thread to this world.
As I am yours.
What do you mean?
Dear, you've been dead for quite some time. I'm all that keeps you here.
You're lying!
Am I? We are bound, you and I. So let us put aside these strange and unnecessary quabbles and instead, maybe, do some great things together. I'm sure you've many questions. Well, what is it you wish to know?
What are you after?
I wish nothing more than to see history come to its natural close. I want to outlive this world. I want to uncover its mysteries and keep them to myself and my love. What's so wrong with that?
live to see the day, then. Unless you help us defeat Predathos.
I do not push against your goals. Truth be told, our interests are quite aligned. I lend you my gifts because you need them and I need you. I should hope that offers you some solace. Truth be told, the one I received my gifts from has little to gain with the destruction of the gods. I gave up everything to create one.
Did it work?
It did, in a way.
Create one what?
A god.
A god.
His powers through you as well.
The Whispered One.
His shadows run deep, and while he may be biding his time, his tendrils lie in every shadow of this realm. I do not wish to see that taken by the enemy of ancient insolence, so we are aligned.
And if he goes away, the Whispered One,
So do we.
it seems you have a lot more at stake. So help me.
I am.
More. You've barely spoken to me in months.
I need you to give me more. And you feel that hunger, that ooh, ooh, inside. You recall the stone you shattered on the ship. You recall the soul you took from Bordor. You recall that need to devour. I can help you, but you need to give me more.
More what?
Life. Power.
To what end? What if I grant you all the power you need, then what?
Then I endure.
Can you leave me? Become your own form again. Your own soul separate from mine.
Perhaps. But we have a long road ahead to get there, don't we?
And what would you do if that wish was granted?
Find a way to bring him back. And the shadow looks beyond, and you can see on the far end, on the opposite end of this laboratory, there's another door. Previously hidden in shadow, now lit by the bending light that glistens from the center of the chamber.
What do you know of lewdness?
I know very little beyond what you do. We had passing formalities in my youth in Wildmount, but at the time I had little interest in the politics of snooty high mages. I wish I had paid more attention had I known what was ahead. But what I do know is everyone was aware of how dangerous he could be, conniving. No one wields a smile like him, and all the nobles knew it.
Now what? slaughtered so many. So many souls, obviously still here. People hate me because of you.
People
And I'm a victim.
hate that which they cannot be. The weak-willed and faithless accept death. But we endure.
I didn't choose this.
No. But fate's a fickle mistress, isn't she?
You're a lying bitch.
She's just silent.
And for the record, I don't think fate is that fickle.
The shadow seems to lean in towards you. And you feel yourself kind of being pulled in with the lean a bit.
It's okay.
You bear a brimming darkness paired with impulse that intrigues me, Fern. Old shadows linger in your blood with the essence of the red moon. In time, I sense you could become something terrible and gorgeous. A malevolent marriage between multiple realms. I can see in your eyes that you have glimpsed it too. And you have flash memories of looking through a mirror, looking through time at possible futures, at a dark reflection of yourself. Embrace it, Fern. It might be the only way to succeed at this.
I don't have to listen to you.
No. But those who didn't are dead.
Well, I've killed you once. I can do it again, and again, and again.
It hasn't stopped me yet. For she'd have to die to truly destroy me. And you wouldn't do that, would you?
Don't listen to her.
And
Let
you,
her get in your head.
you are something beyond terrestrial power. A child of the God Eater. Faith itself fears you, and rightly so. No one can know the limits to what you are capable of. What will happen to you should you find out. How exciting.
It is exciting.
For one like you would normally draw the eyes of the gods, you are anathema to them. You might be the one to choose the future of our world. If your mother doesn't make that choice for you. Before you.
It's all right, Laudna. I don't trust her. She can't affect me.
Things are strange. And strange times call for strange bedfellows. I understand your malice. Believe me, I'm used to it. I spent a lifetime thriving on it, and an afterlife enduring and holding on to it. But we need each other. So, think about it. I'm always here. And the shadows vanish.
Always. There's gotta be a way. There's gotta be a way to break it. You can't be stuck with her forever. You can't. We'll find a way. She's not more powerful than the gods.
I'm not so sure.
She's not. She's not a god.
She created one.
Barely. You heard her say it. He's not even a real one. He slithers around, hides in the shadows.
Gotta whisper and stuff.
You think if we don't save the gods from Predathos that they'll want to pay us back in some way? Somebody's got to be able to do something. There's got to be a god that's more powerful than her that they can put things right.
And we killed her already, and you were fine. So, I think she's lying.
I'm not so sure if she was ever gone.
She wasn't gone.
Diminished, maybe.
She's always here. I mean, she's listening to us right now.
She is. She's always listening.
Okay.
But I've already said I'm prepared to do whatever is necessary.
I don't accept it, Laudna, not from you.
She said so herself. I've been dead. Imogen, listen to me. I need you to make me a promise right now. Fern is our witness. If anything happens to me, the biggest honor that you can serve to me is to move on and to be happy. To live. To live. I am quite literally a dead end. Just promise me. And if anything happens, and I become her little puppet, I trust you to make the right choice. This is nothing we need to worry about right now. We have bigger fish to fry. And a walk to deliver to FCG to fry those fish.
I'm gonna take your hands. I promise.
Okay.
But I also promise I'm gonna do everything in my power to make that not happen. You understand that, right? Fern said, fate, we're not sealed one way or another. There's gotta be a way.
I can accept that.
This is a thing now, right? Because I think I just realized you guys made it. Is this an official thing? Because you said move on, be happy, so I just am making an assumption here.
Oh, yes.
I'm really excited.
Oh, thank you.
That's really something I've been really wanting.
She makes me so happy.
I can tell.
It's so ironic that, like, I've had literally nothing to live for until, like, 2 years ago, and now this bitch is like,
And it's really kind of fucked now to realize that she's just here all the time and just hanging out with us.
Listen, we can fix this. We can fix this, okay? You can fix fate and time, and it's gonna be fine.
We have the power right now. She knows that.
Yeah.
I know you know that. So, I don't see any harm in playing by her rules. Because it's my game.
I've never been
so sure about saving the gods until now.
It's ironic. Not even a religious person, and yet somehow I'm entangled in some whispery fox destiny. It's strange, knowing that a bunch of buffoons such as us, the thin veil, keeping the gods alive.
It is pretty hilarious.
Yeah, they're fucked. We should go to bed.
I got my answers. Yeah, so just for good measure, I turn around and I flip this table. Pick up a beaker and throw it across the room. Do I see anything? Any journals, notebooks? Anything that looks like it might be of use?
A cursory glance gives you the impression that anything that was found here has already been taken by the Derolo family and either locked away or destroyed. Anything of use, anyway.
You said there was a door on the other side?
Yeah.
Just go out to the sewers, tunnels.
Or was that like their bedchamber, like Silas? She said something about Silas anyway.
You do know in this room that there are other entryways that you took to the tunnels, and you go and check, and they're bricked up as well. You get the sense that everything that related to this space was eventually closed off, so nobody could just sneak into any entry tunnels once they were discovered by the Derolo family. The back room you've been in before, and you hadn't thought about it till now. But you remember in there, warm decor, nice furniture, beautiful bedspread, and upon it, a singular coffin.
Coffin.
Their body in the coffin.
No, actually. I don't think so, right?
We could try to get
We
in
open the
there.
coffin.
You go into the chamber.
Yeah.
Okay, you go in. You go in. You go in, and all the furniture has been destroyed. The bed is ruined. The coffin has been torn apart.
Yeah, that makes
That
sense.
was your memory.
The rolls would have done that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, we never did find it.
Wait, fine.
Find the coffin. Find his.
I'll take, is there like even like just like a splinter or like a fragment of wood from his coffin?
Oh yeah, there's a few of those kind of tattered about and gathered dust and cobwebs.
Cool.
Yeah, like pick up a splinter, give it a good once over, just so Delilah knows. Slip it away. No pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, my fellow witches, for joining me on quite the eventful evening.
Yeah.
Should we burn the table?
Sure.
Now this chamber is stone, so you very quickly realize that anything of importance here would burn safely.
Great.
So, as you wish, as you exit throughout the chamber towards the staircase that led you in, Fern, you just kind of mingle through and ignite each piece of furniture and cloth around as you all begin to ascend the stairs. Fern, like a fire starter, just kind of framed the flames behind.
That's so hot. The image in my head. So cool.
As you follow behind, kind of taking a final moment to step up the stairs, her voice creeps into your mind one last time. We will work together. I need you to flourish, so that I might as well. Bound as we are, I do
care for you.
Let's do terrible and beautiful things.
I have a question. So you melted bricks, stonework to go through?
Yeah, I don't really know how it worked. I just kind of just pushed and then it just kind of melted away. It was really-
But when you left, did you like melt it together like fudge swirl ice cream, or
Oh,
or did you just leave it open?
is a really
Just
good
move
point.
move the.
Wait a minute, you
case
didn't
cover.
reseal the wall?
We also
No.
broke a lot of glass and then set the room on fire. So
Yeah, I think they're gonna know somebody was in
Why
there.
why are we worried about me and the Lady DeRollo affair? Y'all are getting us kicked out stat.
You did put the bookcase back,
If they
though, right?
question
You
it,
put
we can say they
okay.
know that you
Then,
had a
you know.
history with her. If anything happens, we just say, you were wanting some closure.
And they're not gonna figure it out today. They're gonna figure it out in like 8 months.
And when was the last time anybody was in that room? You said it was dust, like like a layer of dust.
So you left like tracks and stuff.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
look, it was
Holy shit, you
it
guys.
was dark. We were distracted.
Traumatized, I think, is the word.
Yeah. We put the bookcase back.
Yeah, we did that and shut the
And-
door.
We shut the door.
And I'm sure there's no like scrape on the ground for where the bookcase moved. And you know what? I applaud your plan. I think it was a great thing to do.
Look at all
I would've
these
done it.
kids running around.
It could have been any of them.
They'll clearly
Yes.
blame it on Gwendolyn, so she'll take the fall. It'll be fine.
So
You're
untrustworthy.
gonna let the kids be the scapegoat?
Yes,
Yes.
there's no consequences for them. They're children.
I don't know if that's the way that works.
They have money. There's no consequences. They'll be fine.
No, really.
Totally. Yeah, open holes in walls, broken glass everywhere,
But you'll get grounded for an
old
evening.
necrotic laboratories. It'll be fine.
I guess. I mean, I'm starting to feel like I'm part of the team, and part of like a weird little family here.
Never weren't.
You're looking at 6 people who want you here.
If we didn't want you here, would we have gotten you? Laudna, would we have gotten you?
Oh, yes. When we were on excursions last night,
Oh, God.
we got you a little gift. Now, you can't, flash this around because we stole it from this building that we're currently in, but give it a little twirl. This copper wok. A copper wok. Yeah. It matches, your color scheme.
Oh, wow.
These are wok. These are really nice. And look, look at the char on the bottom. That's where the flavor comes
Seasoned.
from.
It's already pre-seasoned.
Because now you don't have to just bake fish inside of you. You
present
can
in
cook it in a
1984.
wok.
Oh,
And then you don't have to smell.
oh! I was just gonna eat this, but you're saying I can use this?
Use it to cook.
Oh,
Don't put fish inside of you anymore. Put it in the wok.
Yeah.
this can't fit in me though.
You don't need to. You can do it on the outside of your
Yes,
body.
you put it over flame.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's a whole new kind of cooking.
Look how well oiled this thing is.
Yeah.
You
It's
can do it
good.
at the same time.
This is really thoughtful of you. Thank you for stealing me a walk.
When everybody else goes up, can I hang back in the town a little bit?
Sure.
Do I see? Is there anywhere around that seems like a temple to the Dawnfather? Or he's the guy in this city, right?
Oh yeah, no, there is a temple to the Dawnfather over near the east side graveyard.
Yeah, I'm gonna wander over to that.
So as you wander off, and the forest path that leads you there is even more beautiful in the snowfall. This late morning time, you can see some of the birds are still out singing, though the colder weather has kind of thinned out some of the more vibrant wildlife. And then as you approach the exterior of the graves, you can see the bits of snow that's gathered on them. The whole area just feels a little more serene. And indeed, on the far kind of northern end of it, you can see the structure that represents the temple to the Dawnfather here within Whitestone. The stained glass windows, the closed double front doors, the kind of high roof that the emblazoned symbol of the sun itself sits at its precipice.
I'll walk up to the doors and put my hand on it. I don't know what to do here. I go to open the door. Does it open?
It opens.
Begin.
You step inside, and it's both nice and humble. It's not a massive temple by any means, but it definitely can seat among the pews a solid 100 or so people, compacted, but functionally. You can see there's maybe 8 sets of long pew benches, and throughout the entry walkway, there's like small chairs on the side. You can see the light that's coming through the stained glass, though muted due to the current weather, it still gives like a nice multicolored glow on the edges of the chamber. The carpet that leads up to the pulpit and the risen dais, where the looks to be an altar with a closed book on it, and there are 2 robed figures that are currently in conversation, kind of sitting in chairs towards the front. As you open the door and the creak kind of echoes in the quiet, you can hear them kind of whisper, talking. They both kind of stop and look over in your direction.
Hi.
You kind of look at each other. One of them gets up and begins continuing to gather. It looks like they're essentially cleaning up or organizing the space, while the other, in these like bright white robes that carry all manner of gold and red and silver adornments, begins to approach. And you see this is an older woman, probably in her 70s or so. Hair is thinning a bit, and it's gray and silver, but bearing this gentle smile. The wrinkles on her forehead have kind of fallen to close her eyes, almost to the point where it's just these little kind of perpetually smiled curves, where you assume the pupils are lost somewhere in the shadow, but there's this perpetual welcoming smile that she wears as she steps towards you.
Hello, my dear. What brings you to the light of the dawn, Father, this morning?
How do I talk to a god?
All right here. You sit and commune your emotions and give yourself into the light of the dawn, Father. His lordship will look over you.
Yeah, but no. How really, like, does he really listen? I mean, because we both know things are a little weird right now, right?
He's always listening.
How do you know?
Have you ever prayed before?
Officially? No. I did kind of try to talk to some moon goddess or something once. But I don't think she didn't respond or nothing.
The miracle of faith demands a sort of trust. In time, with piety, with intent, perhaps you might be granted a vision. It is rare, but the gods work in all sorts of strange ways, in the little miracles, in the gifts that come unexpected, in the warmth that keeps you in the coldest of night, in the luck that feeds your family when you've lost the ability to keep them, in the communities that rally around you. All these are the small miracles. And if you stay around, sometimes the real miracles present themselves as well.
That's what I need. Real ones.
Then you're on the right path. You've begun your journey.
And do I just, speak his name and try talking, or what? Do I have to give him something?
You don't have to, but alms for the temple help maintain a place of worship, and gifts upon the altar to His Majesty also help establish a connection of faith.
What is he like?
It depends on what's important to you, really. Coin is good for the temple, but to him, things that represent importance of bright color, crafts made with passion, things that represent maintenance and creation, a snip from a garden you keep, a sweater that has grown too small for your children. There are many things. It's the meaning more than it is the specific object, really.
Oh, okay.
That's what faith is.
Thank you.
Of course. You're welcome to look upon the altar for inspiration if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Don Father watch over you, and if you require anything, just let me know.
Oh, yeah, you as well.
Thank you. What is your name, my dear, by the way?
Imogen.
Imogen. I'm Mother Brazilda. It is a pleasure. If you need anything, I'll be right over here.
All right.
She kind of scoots back up and sits down and brings a bowl of strawberries, it looks like, over, and just starts kind of eating quietly with a happy face.
I don't have a lot of shit that's important to me.
I'm gonna look in my bags and see if I've got anything.
My Whitestone is for lovers t-shirt. I should set it on a temple. I know that seems stupid, but I mean, it's one of the only things I have. It's, I don't know how to talk to you. I'm sure you know that. I mean, I assume you know. I don't know. Maybe you can't see anything right now. I hope you know that we're trying to fix things for y'all. And I don't know. I know if everything goes right, then hopefully you'll have the power to help us in return. I'm not looking to make any deals. I know that's not something you're supposed to do with gods, but I could really use your help with her. Because I know that you're more powerful. I know you are. And I guess I could call that faith. I don't have anything that's important to me, really, and so anyway, I'm gonna try real hard to help you. Thanks. I'm gonna get up and walk out.
And leave the door slightly ajar as you exit back out into the graveyard. And as you kind of glance up across the way, you immediately see The cold stone, snow-dappled statue of the matron of ravens looming over what looks to be some feather-clad stone figure. A cold visual image of death, whatever that means to you. You hear the call of a raven as it takes off from the top of the statue and the gentle snowfall.
I don't accept it.
Until eventually it opens up into a subterranean chamber that is beautiful. You can see there are all these structures and tables, and you can see there are researchers down here. This is an important chamber that currently sits beneath a cluster of far-reaching roots that twist and grasp at the edges of this massive open area. And there beneath it, a pale green glowing structure, like a pyramid, that shines with numerous sources of glowing arcane light. And all of you are kind of caught in awe. Except for you, Laudna, who feels a chill run down your spine, and you don't know why.
I'll stay towards the back of the pack.
Fern, you gotta stop this. I know you're frustrated, a lot of us are, but hitting things isn't gonna make it any better. We gotta talk about this, all right?
I don't know. I think she's quite justified. I grip Imogen's hand. So I'm having a hard time holding back that thrumming in my chest. Do you need to walk away from this? They betrayed us. Why did Ashton betray us?
I'm gonna look over at Ashton and detect thoughts.
Okay. What are the initial surface thoughts swimming around in your mind?
1 week. It took 1 week. It's all it took. Just 1 fucking week.
Do you push deeper?
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Ashton.
8.
What are the hidden thoughts that currently echo around in the back, the important, deeper ones?
I think I've seen a pattern in my life, and I'm gonna just describe it instead of just the realization of hubris and temptation and blame and this sudden realization of this epiphany of violent levels of projecting responsibility. Just this very wide thought of so many moments in life of just not being responsible for what happened. And suddenly just sort of going through that one by one of just, it took 1 week of vaguely knowing where I came from. And just the only thing I really knew about these people was that they fucked up in this very particular way, and it took me 1 week to do the exact fucking same thing. Because so desperate to have it, and so desperate to have something that I lost so that I could be mad at someone for taking it. And just the realization that it didn't matter and that it was all bullshit.
And it gets hotter and hotter, and you feel like you're dizzy. You feel like you're about to lose consciousness again, and you hold on to that strength, that newfound strength that sits within you, and the burning, you're going to vomit. You're going to vomit, and it hurts. It hurts. Every muscle in your body is tensing right now. Involuntarily, you feel your chest begin to seize and squeeze, and the rest of you watch as Ashton seems to gently convulse in that sitting position before coughing a horrible sound. And as you do, you watch emerging from Ashton's mouth, reformed from something inside him, a glowing orange crystal. Ting, 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 ting. Coming to rest about 5 feet from you.
No fucking way.
Is that the thing? Is that? I'll go over and just touch it real quick. Does it burn?
It burns your hand. You
Don't
take
do that. Oh,
2 points of fire damage.
You did all that shit for nothing, Ashton.
I don't think it was for nothing.
Oh, is it a different
Is it
one?
the same one?
Was it the one that was in him?
It's
It looks the same.
It's different in its shape. You watched it crumble when it was taken, but it seems like it's been reformed from something inside of
Within.
Ashton.
Is this mine? Fuck.
I'm gonna put my hand on Laudna's chest.
You see like waves of like the veil and my body stretching and pulling as I'm trying to resist.
Betray us. It did happen.
I know it's not a rational thought, but deep down inside, everything is telling me that they should die. They should have died. Vern could have killed them. I know it's not rational.
Ignore the fool. Your focus is before you. And you feel your eyes drift to the crystal orb of glowing orange,
I try to look
red
away.
energy.
She'll kill him. I'll kill him. I've got to go.
Go. You know. He did it because he's dumb, not because he was trying to be something.
We can't trust them anymore.
Walk away.
I walk away.
You want to go with her?
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh shit! Here it comes! Here it comes!
I had a bad feeling as soon as that thing came popping out.
I'm excited.
Wisdom saving throw.
Your wisdom is permanently reduced by 20.
It's not great, but it's not awful. 16.
16. As you turn to leave, for a moment, it feels like your body won't listen to you as you stare at that crystal on the ground. And you push and turn around and begin to descend the ziggurat.
Yeah, I think if I were to roll any more.
As the two of you vanish into the interior of Castle Whitestone, Laudna, you step into the hall alone,
I
grappling
think I
with
would
many
almost be hiding in the shadows, listening to them.
Okay.
I think the moment that they leave, I lose control and transform into my form of dread. And I slink off through the tunnels. Sense memory coming back. All those times running through the
Little nooks and
undergrounds of
crannies.
Whitestone.
Little side passages, places to hide, places to not be found. You lived here a while before you had to leave. There's a weird comfort in being alone.
Alone.
In being home.
Let out a few screams and throw an errant chair as I...
Not the chair.
That chair knows what it did.
Wait, does it?
As I slink off in ways that you have to have an intimate knowledge of these tunnels if you are going to find me.
Very well. FCG, Imogen, Ashton. You slowly begin to...
I'm gonna use telekinesis.
Yeah, I think that's...
I always want to say telekinesis, but not the spell telekinesis. Just like
Yeah, just mage-handed in the air.
Yes.
I think you should have that for now. That's probably a good call.
Where am I gonna fucking put it, Ashton?
Give it to...
I'm gonna hold it in the air and just push it in front of us.
Okay.
I left my bag of holding at the top of the ziggurat before I left.
I'm gonna pick up the bag of holding, sling it over my shoulder.
We're gonna give it to the smart lady at the bottom of the hill.
It's in the bag of holding.
That'll do.
As you all descend, Lady Allura. All right, have you completed your business?
Yeah, for now, yes. Thank you for letting us use your ancient Temple of Doom.
It's not mine.
All right.
We won't be leaving tonight.
We're gonna need to...
I fucked up because I'm an idiot. Hi.
He fucked up because he's an idiot.
Pretty fucking bad.
Oh. Standard fare for group of heroic cruxes in our future plans. Wondrous. Very well. I'll... And she dispels the shield she'd been holding. Wipes the sweat from her brow.
Did you see where Laudna went?
She walked down a moment ago, yes.
Shit. Do you want to, or should I? Or should we?
Maybe we should just
Bet you better not come on.
Oh, that's the truth.
let everyone blow off some steam and then meet up later tonight or something.
I'm gonna head down into the tunnels to try to find her.
I'll,
I'll see you later.
Do you want to leave the shard with...
It's in a bag of holding.
Okay, you got it, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the bag.
All right.
I suppose I'll go get some food. Well, you walk with them back to the castle, and it doesn't take much for you to sense that she's not there either.
Shit. I'm gonna try to
You're gonna try to...
Send a message to her. To
Okay.
try to talk to her.
Okay, the reach on
Hopefully
that is
if it's close.
120 feet? Is that what it is?
Oh, like sending. Actual
Oh,
sending.
gotcha. Okay, go for it. What do you say?
It's worked if I was close to somebody before, so I'm gonna try it again. I need to know you're okay. Where are you?
Roll a D100 for me, please.
Come on, hair falls out.
19.
19. You take 9 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And you sense the spell scattered into the weave of magic above Exandria.
9 points, you said?
Yes.
I should have followed her.
I'm just gonna sit down in the courtyard and
Okay.
wait.
All right. So you come to the sound of windows breaking here.
Good one.
I'm gone.
Okay.
Move through the tunnels, take a left, another left, and then right. Spider climbing up a well. I know of a secret passage that leads out into the outskirts, into the woods. I'll follow that.
And you abscond into the parchwood this later in the day.
Trying to resist every urge to revert back to what I once was. But also taking solace in it for a minute. Hoping that walking in these footsteps of where I came reminds me of just how far I've traveled and what I've become.
The one bit of solace that catches your mind as you find yourself in moments slipping into those shadowed memories is the white stone you grew up in and the white stone that you now have walked through. Very different entities. The city has expanded. It's developed. It's thriving. It's bright. It's colorful. There's far more laughter than there was towards the end of your days, calling this place home, the streets at least. And it's the one little beat of hope as you pause before stepping deeper into the forest, looking over your shoulder to see the rooftops.
I mean, fuck. I would have gone looking for her. I'm gonna go. I would go down to the room we. Yeah, I would go down to the room that.
Make a survival or investigation check as you wander through the tunnels beneath Whitestone.
Did you find a trail of fingernails?
Just rip other people's
Hair.
15.
15. There's the main tunnel, and there are many offshoot tunnels, though a number of them have been sealed, collapsed intentionally. There are others that have been expanded and look like they are storage chambers. Some of them, they could be almost like panic rooms that could be closed and locked from within should the castle come under siege. There are others that look like there was refining materials that has long fallen to disuse, uncertain a purpose they serve. There's one chamber that looks like it contains the remnants of some drums labeled caustic materials, though they are mostly empty now and have long kind of rusted and decayed. You don't see any sign of Laudna.
Okay. I'm just gonna go down to the dusty room that she had shown us before. I'm just gonna go sit in there.
Okay. Return to the darkened chambers within. You can see all the broken furniture that surrounds you, the remnants of this destroyed laboratory, and this echo of a dark history that still seems to have some thorn pressed into the spirit of the one that you wish you could find.
I'm just gonna sit in there for a while.
Okay. The servants of the castle set up and prepare an evening meal for the entirety of your troop, though uncertain if everyone arrives. Laudna, you still out?
Yeah.
Okay. Fern, you still out?
Yes.
All right.
Imogen, are you still in the chamber below?
How many hours has it been?
I'd say 3. You've been down there in the quiet at this point.
Oh no.
You've run out of podcasts to listen to.
The last episode of last podcast on the left.
All right. If it's been 3 hours, then yeah.
No.
I'll
Okay.
come up.
As you emerge, you can see Lady Allura is kind of, I wouldn't say a huff, but a bit of anxiousness to her. Hello.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're not normally like this.
I smell food. I come down just in a pair of briefs with a bottle of courage.
Indeed, even if you are a very curious troop, but also strangely not entirely unexpected. However, the plan is to bring you to your destination. Just notify me when you're ready.
Hopefully by tomorrow. I don't even know where everyone is. Have you seen Laudna?
I have not. I'm sorry.
What about Fern?
I have not seen her either.
Thank you.
Are you? She kind of steps in a little bit. Are you certain that your troop is up to the task you've presented yourselves for?
I thought we were 100% up to it until this morning. Strong possibility, yes. I don't want to worry you. I just don't. I don't even. I'm sorry. I'll let you know in the morning.
Believe it or not, I've spent some of my time bantering about with a merry band of do-gooders, self-perceived at least in our youth.
Fuck-ups?
I've dealt with many. And interestingly, sometimes the ones that are most capable can be also the most challenging to maintain. Just don't give up on it if you do believe it. Because to be perfectly honest, you're all we have right now. I don't mean to put this upon you all, but we all have a lot of faith in you, because we have to.
I can't speak for everyone, but regardless, I will do everything in my power.
To that same point, if you're not of right mind, do not put yourselves in unnecessary danger. Whatever it takes to confidently put you on the path to focus.
All right. How much time do we have?
All the time in the world and none at all. We don't know what's on the moon. We're relying on you to find out how much time we have.
All right.
So until then, your guess is as good as mine. And that's what keeps me up right now. Nothing drives me up the walls like uncertainty.
You must be used to knowing a lot, huh?
'Tis a curse at times, but often a joy. For with knowledge comes the ability to make a difference. So we need you to learn for us. But you also need to learn what they need.
Yeah. Thank you.
Come find me when you think you're all ready, whether that be to your destination or wherever else needs to help you on your path to preparation.
All right. I'll go get some dinner.
Certainly. Put some pants on.
What?
She walks off.
Yeah, still got it.
I feel like I can't make a comment about it for a while, but it is really, really distracting.
I know.
Looking good, Chet.
Thanks. What we got, grub?
I don't know.
I feel like he's going to keep punishing me with this for quite a while.
As well he should, Ashton.
God, that's just... Where... Are we it?
I think
Seems
so.
like it. I'll take a swig and do the old bar top slide. Well, you can fuck. I'm sure they have more.
Great.
We progressed a lot as a civilization.
This one's not my fault.
No,
I'm
no.
calling it. This one is not my fault right now.
Does anybody know where Fern and Laudna are?
Yes.
Where?
Well, I know where one of them is. Fern went on a walk.
That's not a place. That's a verb.
They were headed towards the center.
That's not a word. That's just mumbles.
Listen, when you've had as much of this courage as I have, I'd like to see you be very loquacious.
Would you like to go find them?
No, they'll come back when they're ready. We don't need to be forcing anything right now. Let's just go to sleep, prepare for tomorrow.
Okay.
Don't worry, Fern said she was going to come back.
What about Laudna?
She is a different story.
Why don't we, well, we could talk to the Derolos. They might know the tunnels. I know she ran off in that
If
direction.
she's not here in the morning, I can learn a spell and I can locate a person.
All right.
And go around and find her.
Yeah. Yes, I would like that.
Okay.
Imogen, I'm sorry. I'm sure she's just doing the same thing Fern was.
Here, if it makes you feel any better, I will flip my coin and I'll ask the change bringer, is Laudna safe?
Yes.
Flip, 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 flip. Slow motion, slow motion, slow motion, slow motion. Glint of light, glint of light, glint of light. Huh?
It's a broad question.
Oh. It landed on its side.
Did you say all right or safe?
I said safe. Currently.
Yeah.
Oh.
What does that side mean? What does that side mean?
She's fine. She's fine.
Imogen,
What?
I'm sorry. And whatever you need, I will do whatever it takes to help find her. We'll have her back as soon as possible. I promise.
Thank you.
Whatever it takes.
I'll get to thank you. We're not there yet. But thank you for it.
You should leave.
Leave what?
You should go.
Like now?
I get up. I walk to my room.
But don't come back either. Like, you should go.
Chet.
No,
I'm
I
not
mean
turning
it.
around. Just keep walking.
If you're gonna do things for yourself, then do them. But don't risk us. I understand what it's like to look out for yourself, try and experiment with new things. But if I thought I couldn't control this, I would have fucking left. I don't trust you. You could have hurt Fern.
All right.
As Laudna's sat in the shadows of the forest, in the caves and the familiar paths, the familiar voice creeping through your mind. Just like old times, Laudna. Others come and go, but I'm always here. Just you and me. Always.
You loved something?
I love something.
Even though it hurt you?
That's what love is.
I'm beginning to truly understand that. Is love anything more than pain?
Sometimes. And it's worth it. It's worth everything.
How? When? I know the rewards can be great. But why can't I remember any of them right now? Not even the ones that happened this morning. All I can think about is how you lost the love of your life. How Imogen's mom left her, and her dad couldn't look at her. How Orem is defined by the pain of his lost husband. FCG's missing past, and that pretty lady Keyleth, who seems to can't get away from her past. When is love not pain?
When you find the strength to fix what hurts you. The weak let themselves hurt. But us, we find a way to change our fortunes. And to hurt those who hurt us.
Do you think Ashton is weak?
From what I've seen, Ashton's barely figured out who they are, and have bashed their head against the wall until someone tells them they're still a child.
I don't want to hurt children. I love children. Perhaps I should make him a doll.
Perhaps.
I stumbled to my old cabin.
Let's go to it then.
All right.
So, traversing the familiar scents of the parchwood, the mists thickening along the floor of the ever-clustered tree line, you almost become a stalking wolf as you rush through the trees, the shadows stretching, or are you stretching as you feel the still lingering dark energies that
suffuse the surrounding nature here within the bowl of the Alabaster Sierras. You continue to stalk and shift. You hear the distant howl of one wolf, the hunting packs out for the night. In time, the woods become more familiar. And a new scent catches your senses. That of old charcoal. And as you find the now overgrown clearing where you once called home, you see the charred ruins of the homestead you once lived in. Part of it's still standing. It doesn't seem to have been further toppled.
Oh. Oh no. What happened here?
We can fix it. We can build again.
Yes. This is much too large a task for one night.
Perhaps.
I go inside.
You step into it's not even a full door frame, it's just like two of the large logs, one taller than the other, that once were part of a door frame. And you see flashes of it complete in your memory as you kind of step in and see where it is. Much of it is grown over, and you can see there have been a few things carved into the wood. Hearts with letters, curse word. Looks like it may have been found and sullied or defaced in your absence.
People should take better care of their things.
Indeed. In fact, some maybe aren't so deserving of the good things they have.
Are you talking about Ashton again?
Am I? Your words, not mine.
These scribbled curse words kind of remind me of them.
Perhaps this bit of graffiti can make a good base for the doll. They like curse words.
Well, they also seem to be a bit charred as well, so maybe this is the right material.
I take out my chisel and begin to carve out like a rudimentary triangular shape to make the torso out of this little graffitied piece of plank.
Doesn't take long to scavenge up nearby materials. You're used to scavenging and being a bit thrifty and skillful in finding and repurposing whatever seems to work. You have that artist's eye that can see something and the final possible creation hidden within that normally unusable material. You can see a broken table and see a hammer carved from the leg. You can see a fallen part of a stone wall, and you can see a head that can be applied to that torso. You begin to pull together all these pieces. You're not sure how much time goes by.
I find the skull of a chipmunk.
I'd make a perfect skull and a little piece of quartz
That I scavenge out of the charcoal remains and wedge it in its head. To make a doll in Ashton's image. Now what do I do with it?
Well, I think there are a number of things. You can give it to him to remember you by. You can keep it to remember him by. Or you can trade it for the thing that rejected him. Many things.
What thing that rejected him?
Laudna. I need and the power that helps me grow and thrive, that helps both of us. Well, can you imagine what gifts we could gain with that little fiery crystal?
No. It's not meant for me.
Who is it meant for, dear Laudna?
I thought it was going to go to Fern.
She did not want it. He couldn't have it.
No.
Who else is more deserving? You've hurt so much.
No.
Why not stand up for yourself and take something that you rightfully deserve for once?
It's not what this is about. Ashton hurt Fern. He hurt us.
Yes. People do that.
Why do you think that I would do the same?
Because
If Ashton cannot learn from this lesson, then shouldn't others? Shouldn't I, at least? I already hurt Imogen last time. That a sparkly rock got in the way. Why didn't Ashton learn from that? Ashton could have learned from my mistakes.
then you need to teach him a lesson. This world is filled with two kinds of people. Those that get hurt and accept it, and those that get hurt and retaliate. Who are you? Who are we?
I'm just Matilda.
Matilda's dead. You are something more. No. You poor thing, you need to rest. You've worked so hard. The sun's likely to come up.
I hate it when the sun comes up after a night of not sleeping.
Me too, darling. Me too.
Will you hold me?
Always.
I just curl up in the corner and I hold the Ashton doll close to me as I cuddle and charred remains of my hovel.
And you swear you feel the shadows around you in this corner grow a little thicker, like a cloak of darkness that wraps itself around you. Laudna, you awaken as the uncomfortable warmth and awkward positioning in which you had slept begins to
combined with the light of daylight that's pushing through the trees above that catches the side of your cheek and your eye. And you wake up cold and alone amongst the sunken mists of the forest and the ruins of a life near forgotten.
I miss Imogen. You have to walk from whence you came to appreciate how far you've come. Stop it.
I can't stop it. Benadryl.
Gather the Ashton doll. And slowly meander back to the forest.
Okay.
To the castle. Stopping every 30, 40, 100 feet or so. To contemplate before moving forward again.
Very well.
FCG, wake up.
I'm right here, yeah. Hello.
She didn't come back.
She didn't?
Where's your spell?
Oh, I got it right here. Sure. Hold on. Sure. Do we need to get anybody else or something? Just go?
Yes.
All right. Please change me or find me Laudna. I'll cast locate creature.
Okay.
Creature. Wait, person. Wait. I can
No,
do
locate
person.
creature.
Is it creature?
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
Right
Oh.
now it is.
Creature. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
Before-
Sarang.
All right. So as you finish the rapid incantation, clutching the component before you, you do not sense her at the moment.
Doesn't mean she's gone. She's just not within 1,000 feet. So we need to. That 1,000 feet, it's a big palace. We're in a big palace. That could be like the basement. So let's just go down. Maybe go to the front door.
No,
Here, let's go down the stairs.
I should have followed her. I should have gone with her last night.
Well,
Why didn't I?
you were doing. When everybody was having a hard time last night, you couldn't take care of all of them.
We woke her up yesterday.
Who did? What? Woke who up? Delilah? How do you know that?
'Cause I saw her.
You saw Delilah? Shh. You saw Delilah.
I did.
Yup.
I did. She was standing over her.
Was I there?
Were you there?
I don't know. Where was this?
Do you remember seeing Delilah?
Well, no, maybe only you could see her. I don't know.
No, it was downstairs. It was under the castle. It was in the tunnels. You were off. I don't know.
Doing something very important. Okay. Well, yeah, you probably should have stayed with her then.
I know.
It's fine. We'll find her right now. I didn't know that. I didn't realize it was that dire. I'm sorry. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Orm, you too.
He's over doing squats. Oh. Okay.
I think too, as I come out of the forest, and the forest is so much thinner than it used to be as neighborhoods have expanded, and it makes me nervous. It's unfamiliar. And I retreat back.
Okay.
And a little rinse and repeat for the morning, but always keeping my hovel nearby.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit my long rest.
Okay.
Did I get a long rest? Did I get a shit rest?
You got.
There's no
It's a
way.
long rest, but it's a shit rest.
I
What is that?
Bare minimum.
got shit rest.
That's everything.
Yeah.
That's everything. Yeah.
Yes. Mechanically long rest. Narratively,
Bags under your eyes.
yeah. Rough night's sleep.
All right. Where would she go? Where?
I have no idea.
Are there any
Under the
places that
castle.
we...
She used to be under the castle. I looked all under the castle yesterday.
All right.
There's doors everywhere.
We're just retracing our steps. It's like you lost your glasses or something and you're just trying to find them. That's it. So we'll go down to the bottom. We're going down to the basement and just see if I feel any pings.
Okay. You head down into the entryway to the tunnels that took you in the direction of the ziggurat the night before. You descend down the staircase through the crypt of the Dorolo family into the tunnel, and no ping.
No ping. Okay, not downstairs. Where then? Would she go to that big sun tree? Would she go to is there
maybe
a favorite place of hers?
I mean, I've only been to the places she showed me.
We should go to there. Should we ask that Whitestone Andy guy?
Let's go to the tree.
You get a blip.
I feel something. It's coming from...
Are you approaching from the eastern side or the south? Are you walking through the town, or are you following the tree line?
No, I would follow the tree line.
So-
Like I said, I'm doubling back a lot, kind of
Right.
going in circles.
Mm-hmm. So it's taken you a good portion of the morning, because you probably got up at the first light of dawn. So you kind of crest a little ways to the southeast of where you are.
All right. I got her. She's okay.
Yeah, great.
She's moving.
All right.
She's got a limp.
What?
No, that's just... no, I can't feel that. Let's keep going.
Nope, we can't feel that.
All right. So you emerge right as you two finish your brief encounter and watch as FCG and Imogen step up from the staircase that leads down into the crypt.
Oh, okay, good. Two more.
We're going to find Laudna. What? Why are you... What's going on?
Fern? Where's Fern?
What?
We're looking for... Well, we're
I just
looking
woke
for...
up.
Worm catches up behind them
Keep
as
your
well.
eyes up.
Morning.
Absolutely.
I know it was weird what we talked about last night, but I'm...
He's rock hard.
Worm has not talked to you.
I know.
Shut us that guy.
We'll save that for
No,
another episode.
I'm well aware, yeah.
Forever.
All right, I lead them on.
Let's get one.
I'll take a sniff too, just to help. Although you got a magical ping, you don't need it.
You could have sniffed him out this whole time. You could have sniffed him out,
Well,
and you just let him wander off.
Who, him? Who, him, who?
Them.
Them?
Fern and Laudna. They're both gone.
I followed Fern.
You did?
Yeah.
Huh.
Where's Fern?
I'll start before I kind of walk up. I'll like fix my hair, just like push out my amazing tits.
Pull them out of your marsupial pouch?
Yeah. All right. And then start walking up.
All right, just as you all charge past the pale guard guarding the front of Castle Whitestone, you emerge down the initial walkway and down the path that leads to the city, just as you see Fern begin to jaunt up towards the front of the castle.
There she is.
Nailed it.
Good morning.
Oh,
Good morning.
you okay?
Yeah,
Where were you?
I just decided to sleep. Just take a nice camping site out in the woods.
Oh,
Yeah. How's everybody doing? Imogen, Chet, FCG, how are
We
you?
lost Laudna and we're gonna go find her right
Okay,
now.
I'll help you.
Okay.
Hi, Orem, sorry.
Hi, Fern.
Hey, let's go get her.
Wow. Hey, you should sleep outside more often. You seem very chipper.
Yeah, great.
Cool, let's go.
Okay.
Where did they find you, Laudna?
I'm still sick in the woods, because I'm pacing back and forth.
You dart along the tree line, past the base of the hill that the castle's on, around the outskirts of the eastern ruins, until eventually you know that you're not that far away, and you see just beyond one of the paths that leads through the eastern ruins, you see Laudna kind of like step out onto the path, and then kind of loop back into the forest, and then kind of repeat the process again, before you notice the sound of footsteps, and then see your friends approaching.
Is Ashton with them?
In the back, but yeah.
I make eye contact with Imogen. And I turn and I run.
Oh! We got a runner!
Okay, you're all giving chase?
Yes,
Yep.
100%.
All
I'm
right.
gonna click my boots of speed. Double my.
Laudna, what's your speed?
30.
30. With your boots of speed, what are you...
80.
So while the rest of you are...
In her head, she's gonna hear, stop running.
No.
You're keeping pace. Now, it is in the middle of the forest, considered difficult terrain, so half speed, but you also know it pretty well. But most of you are keeping pace. Ashton, you're gaining a little bit of ground.
I'm maintaining.
Okay, you're maintaining in the crib, but the wolf is in
Orm's
the
just
hunt.
fucking flying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You, wolf in the hunt. You close the gap rapidly.
I go for like the shin tackle where you grab and roll like you're wrestling a gator.
Alrighty. Athletics versus acrobatics or athletics.
Yeah, those awesome stats.
Yeah, there is real bad. I'm gonna laugh if this is a nat 20. Nope. 15.
23.
Your legs are pulled out from under you, and both you and Chetney go into a soft roll.
Fuck's sake! What are you running for? Everything's okay.
Is it though?
Yeah, everything's gonna be fine. Plus, Imogen's gonna fucking kill us if you leave again.
You have to get me away from him or I'm gonna kill him.
Which him?
Ashton!
Oh, okay, wait, stay here, don't move. Everybody freeze!
We freeze.
Listen, Imogen, come this way. Everybody just stay for a second.
I'll run forward.
He's okay. He's okay.
Run up and like slide down and look.
What? Are you all right?
I'm okay, I'm so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry, I should have
didn't
come
mean to
after
hurt
you.
No, I didn't mean to make you worry, I'm sorry.
What happened?
I never want to hurt you.
I'll know what happened.
I don't want to hurt anybody, especially you.
I turn around into Ashton's head. I hear, go back to the castle.
I was already in the back, and I'm gonna keep quietly slipping out towards the tree line.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make everybody worry. Just needed to be alone for a little bit. This is the second time you all have trotted through these woods to save me.
Is it you?
It's me.
Did you talk to her? Did you?
Oh, yes. Her influence is quite strong here. She wants the shard. Real bad.
You can't let her have it.
I know, I told her as much. It's not mine, it's Vern's. It's Vern's, it was meant for you. I thought it was gonna go to you. What did he do to you?
Nothing. It was. It's
Did
my
he hurt
fault.
you?
No, he didn't.
Did he manipulate you?
No. It's okay.
Why did you hide? You both went and hide.
I don't know.
What if Ashton is a bad person?
He's not.
I think he is.
He's real dumb. But he's not a bad person. I looked in there.
He walked away. He took you away. He didn't want us nearby because he knew he was doing something wrong.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm doing it again. I'm sorry.
No.
Give her
I'm
a
not mad at you. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how to I thought he was our friend. I'm sorry.
You don't need to apologize.
Okay.
I talked to Lady Allura yesterday. She said we could take as much time as we need.
Is that true?
I don't know. But she seemed to think it was important.
I mean, it's better for all this to happen down here than up there, I guess.
It feels broken. Ashton is broken.
We had that wonderful talk earlier in the day about how we were all together and we were a team. And
In your head, FCG, you hear, it's like she's reverted. I've never seen her like this. Not outside of her head when we went to save her.
Everyone's messed up. Everyone.
Yeah.
Orem's never been this quiet. We can't do anything like this. We can't get anything done. We can't even get through a morning together.
We can't stay here.
We can't go there.
You're still talking in your heads.
No.
No,
That came out. We can't stay here is when we started talking.
Can I make an observation? I'm only speaking on behalf of myself, but I gave it to Ashton pretty good last night. I gave him some shit. I actually told him he should leave.
Chet was naked. Well,
Which is usually...
I just wanted to give you the visual.
Oh, wow.
It usually entices people to stay, but...
you told him he should leave.
Yeah, like permanently. Told him he endangered Fern, that he was out for himself, and that I didn't trust him.
Sounds nicer than what I was planning in my head.
It is, but he was there this morning, first down at the table. And that means something. Because he could have cut and run, or been a coward and left, but he stayed.
I'm sorry.
What, you?
No, this is also my fault. I should have said something, and I just thought...
You should have.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna make a suggestion. If we need a little more time, we could always go to Nana's and just kind of make time be a little bit longer if we need it to get everybody sorted. Just a small suggestion.
Does it work that way?
A little more time there and less time here.
I mean, Nana Mori was able to make sure that time didn't get all wonky when we came back the last time. So maybe she has more control than we know?
I don't know.
We go there, stop time for a second, do some thinking and almost like a couple's retreat.
I mean, it is like a resort, you know.
Well,
So I was just
but
thinking, relax there.
to figure out I think one of the problems we're all having, at least for me, but definitely for Ashton, is I think you have to like yourself a little bit before you can like other people, and I feel like a lot of us are having problems with the first part. And so maybe we need a little...
I love myself.
Well, I know.
Big fan.
Yeah. Big fans.
So maybe Lady Allura can get us to Kayla.
Sure.
It's a very good idea.
Because I don't know about going to the moon right now. You had a rough night, too. Are you okay?
Look what I made.
What? is that?
It's Ashton! Can't you
Obviously.
tell? Does
It's
it not
really
look
nice.
like that?
It's really nice.
just like
It's
Look,
really
even
nice.
I found this piece of plank wood with graffiti that it says "Fuck Whitestone" on it, and it felt very fitting.
Somebody rushed that.
Took all night. Oh wait, what? You mean the carving?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really good, Laudna.
it's a very lucky find with the chipmunk skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Just to clarify, is it it is Ashton or it's for Ashton?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Well, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to give it to them yet.
Oh.
Let's go talk to Lady Alora and just see if she is something she can do, and if it's not, then we'll rethink.
It does feel like we need to kind of bind our ties just a bit more.
Are you
We're a little afraid.
Are you gonna try to kill? Are y'all gonna try to kill Ashton when we see them?
There's no wrong answer here.
If you're in, I'm in.
No, I mean,
No.
just no. We were, that's a little drastic. I saw them this morning and I was fine. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
All right. Are you all right? What?
Who has the shard?
I'm not gonna tell you that.
Good. Good.
Hey,
I made you this.
I was gonna ask, is that me?
Yes. I made you a doll.
Is it?
Because dolls are for children. And you're a child.
I've never had a doll before.
Really?
This is the nicest thing anyone's ever given me. Oh my God.
I like children.
I don't. They're awful.
They're not.
They can be.
You should remember what it's like to be one.
I do. It wasn't great.
You should find more joy in your inner child.
I was happy and then I fucked it up.
Do you truly like it?
Shit. Yeah,
I'm not an MC like Chetney.
this is better. Is that a cat skull?
It's a chipmunk.
Oh shit.
And I found the little piece of
Oh,
quartz.
it's amazing. Does it talk or do anything weird?
Well, that's the best thing about dolls is you can make them talk.
We'll hold off on that. Just a little. I'm not saying no. I'm just.
All right. You can give it whatever voice you want.
I'm not good at voices.
You can find a voice.
I'm so sorry. And I will make my way through everybody, but I promise I'm going to try my best not to be that person. I'm so tired of that person. And if I'm allowed to stay, and I will understand if I'm not, I will never, ever forget that this was the first group of people that didn't make me leave. And I will work so hard to make sure you don't. I will never, no matter what happens, I won't leave if I'm allowed to stay. I will, no matter what we do, no matter what mistakes we make, no matter what we have, I will stay and I will be there and I will not I will not walk away. I don't know what love is, but I'm going with this.
I think that's okay. You don't have to know what love is. Nobody does.
Love is pain.
I don't.
But it's also warmth. It was so cold last night.
I go hug her again.
I'll hug Ashton. Or
And I
no.
grab Fern by her amazing tits and pull her. in for a hug.
Ashton.
Just grab your tits. Come here.
It's like a slinky dog.
I'm still mad at you.
I'd be worried if you weren't.
And I don't trust you.
I'd be worried if you did.
But thank you for your apology.
Have you ever been
Vacation.
to the Fey Realm?
I have a number of times. Not in.
What parts?
Not this one.
Okay. Well,
Insight check. I wanna actually just want to talk to her in her head.
Okay.
Who you look uncomfortable.
She responds while looking right at Fern and smiling. Your friend's Nana is one of, I would say, notorious figures in the Fey Realm. But if indeed they are an ally, strange bedfellows and the like, I suppose.
oh, I don't know why you're staring at me.
I'm just admiring your confidence. You're radiant this morning, and given the last time that I saw you, I'm happy to see that you are of more delightful disposition.
I'm perfectly fine.
Delightful disposition.
Yeah.
Double D.
Golden arches.
Very well. Allow me a few moments to inform the Lord of Whitestone and disseminate the information of the slight delay in the plan, and then I suppose we'll be on our way to your Nana.
And they probably have like a honeymoon suite, I'm sure. So like you two could get some solid reconnect time.
Hey, Fern, do you have a second? I'm trying to find a book over here. If you could, if you have a second.
Oh, you can't read?
I can't read.
I think he just wants to be alone with you for a second, Fern.
Try not to punch him again.
Fern,
you need to,
you don't
then.
have to.
You really don't.
They can work off of your time.
We really can.
Well, I'll walk over for a second.
You want a drink, Allura?
No. Yes.
I think I should stop wearing the circlet. Why? I'm gonna take it off.
Okay. You've had it on for so long that even removing it, it's almost like the familiar static that ever persisted around you is twice as loud before it eventually kind of fades into that familiar, perpetual noise.
It brought you so much respite, Imogen.
I know. But it also... I feel like if I hadn't been wearing it, I would have known what Ashton was planning. And I know that's an invasion, but... one of my strengths is knowing. You know what I mean? I didn't know where you went. I didn't know you were planning to run off. I didn't know Ashton was planning something secret with Vern.
Why would I take away his strength?
I'm sorry, I did not mean to scare you. And I hope you do not feel responsible for Ashton's actions.
Of course not.
It's not on you, and you shouldn't have to be responsible for babysitting everyone
And I don't.
their choices.
I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. But I do feel a responsibility to everyone here. I think we all feel a responsibility to each other, and we should.
Mm-hmm.
Even Chet.
Imogen,
Chet.
what am I thinking?
You're thinking about having sex.
When you say that word, it doesn't sound the way I say it.
Well, you know, I, of course, think you're extremely powerful and extremely capable, so, you know, if you want to embrace this sometimes gift and sometimes curse, you have my support.
I appreciate that. You know a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about this moment that, Fern, you've returned from the garden. And FCG's been gone for a bit with Nana Mori.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, you said something,
That
but that's
wasn't that.
fine. You
That
were
was-
just
that was the
thinking
wind.
What do you say, Fern? Are you ready for these witches to be in their full bitches stage?
Yes. Yes, what I've always wanted.
Maybe
Full bitch.
embracing our strengths.
Yes.
No matter how controversial they may be.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Should we show Nana
Yeah. Oh, you think we should?
Nana's the best, as far as I
She's not gonna
remember.
take her. She's not gonna take her. Well, I don't know if she's
Yeah.
gonna take her now.
If you trust her,
Yeah, I think
but I should
Walk away.
walk away. I'll just go. Maybe.
Not too far.
How about just go to the corner and just stare in the corner? Yes, well, I'm Blair Witching her.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Somebody say something real.
Deep down inside, I both Delilah and I kind of want the shard.
You want the shard?
She wants the shard.
What's
At
the
this-
landscape doing?
The staircase that had emerged from the stone, you watch as the outside of the wall juts outward and forms a bridge that seems to shoot about 30 feet out, like an upward angle that emerges out into the open space, about maybe 65 feet up from the ground. And you see from there, it both is an advanced climb, but also a vantage point.
Shit, we can't get there from
I don't want.
You can if you
I don't
walk over that
want
way.
it. Fern should have it, but I don't know anymore if what's my opinion or desires or feelings or hers.
Oh.
I love Laudna deeply,
Oh.
but I'm disgusted at the thought of Delilah looking at us all the time.
Oh,
You
Oh,
with these
yes,
with
let's-
these discussions here,
This is just juicy. It's flowing.
you watch as many of the crumbled ruins that have sunk into the muck around you begin to rise up, and it's almost like a long forgotten crumbled city begins to kind of push up out of the mud in the bottom of this chasm. You can see all these like partially destroyed dome-like domiciles and toppled temple-like structures like partially emerge from the muck as it kind of slides off, and this like heavy bits of old roots and dead vegetation just kind of clumped and sliding off the edge. Most of these rising about maybe 10 or 15 feet off. Not much of a bit of a perspective, but it is kind of changing the landscape inside the chasm around you. Basically, Imogen is at the edge of this large stone plank that's kind of overlooking the entirety of this chasm floor that you're at, and then the vines kind of took over where the steps stopped and are like climbing up the side of the hill.
I am sorry. It was just easier when she wasn't so present, you know? I didn't expect her to come out and talk to us. She's just here all the time now.
I know. I'm sorry.
I know we're
don't like
supposed to
that look
save
in
the
your eye.
gods, but
I've tried talking to him my whole life and none of them will ever respond. I think I'm tainted. I don't know if I want to save gods that don't love me.
The stone structure that you stand on, you watch as a secondary piece of it splinters out and smashes into the opposite side of the cavern wall. So now you have the vines climbing up one side, and now you, the bridge that attaches to the other. You now have two paths to climb should you choose, but also this has separate vantage points as well.
Great. We should go to the other side.
You know we could all ripcord out of this at any moment, and I don't mean this scavenger hunt, I mean saving the world, right? And sometimes I fantasize about it all the time.
Say something true.
Jump over there.
Vern!
Yeah?
I was really
You're in love with me, I know.
I was really disappointed in you
Oh,
for running away from your power. You should take the shard.
You should take the shard.
As you clutch this this massive kind of floating mushroom, and you watch as the cap is withering, as it gives out these spores, it's like reducing in size and beginning to curl in, and you feel your descent begin to arc down when you're about to crash in towards this.
Imogen, do you love me?
I already told you I did.
Do you love me?
Fraser.
Yes, I love you.
All right. I love you too.
Aww.
No matter what form you're in.
I feel like you're a doppelganger right now.
What? I pull out pate.
Okay.
Hey, what we doing? What's the plan, eh?
Are you a doppelganger?
I don't know what that is.
Am I a doppelganger?
I don't know what that is.
Do I look like the real Laudna to you?
I mean, I hope so.
Me too. Oh, what? Don't!
Doesn't even have eyes.
What?
I wasn't even questioning until you brought it up, so I guess it's on you.
That's fair. It's just
It hops down while the two of you are holding your branches out over this water. You hear this like dark tearing sound, and the shadow hound lands between the two of you.
he's just here for extra accountability.
I look over at him. Hi, baby boy.
Yes.
What's your gut tell you will happen?
I don't know. But I know I have the right motive. And I trust y'all to bring me back, if anything did.
Jump into that fucking lava.
I still say it's the season of the witch.
All right.
Find out who the fuck you are. That's great.
Just tell us before you do it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Trust.
Don't just go off on your
I'm
own.
not the doppelganger.
I know.
Fern is.
Obviously, Fern.
obviously.
Speaking of Fern, are you going to take this shard? They've told us a few times the more we hold on to it, the more of a beacon it makes us.
I'm sorry I said I was disappointed in you. It's not.
No, I felt the same.
I'm going to step away from Chetney before he pulls out the shard and just kind of...
Well, you don't want to see this? You don't want to see this?
You dick!
Or wait, can you even... you're gonna get...
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over to Laudna, and I'm just gonna like hug you. You can bury your head in my shoulder while I watch what's going on.
I do that.
Okay.
At least until it's in the thing.
Yeah.
Getting into almost a runner's pose unless if something goes wrong.
As you pull the shard out, even just its presence, Laudna, you feel that like, ooh, ooh. And that voice be like, now's the time.
La 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 la, meet you in the garden, oh garden.
Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh no.
Oh, and you're casting calm emotions?
Yeah.
You have advantage on this.
Okay. Advantage on
I imagine I would be able to feel her tense up.
Oh, yeah.
The voice just whispers in your ear, but it begins to fade into the background as instead you focus on the warmth of Imogen holding you.
Only Imogen probably hears me go, shut up, shut up, shut up.
As you say. And jam the spark into the back of the funnel on the